What's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, and welcome back to the first ever LiveCast in the XFL playoffs. Sounds good. Unintentionally did an audio check.
Check. We're good.
But the DC Defenders are set to take on the Seattle Seahawks in a division championship matchup to determine the best in the North. DC was a head-down, hard-running team all year long, while the Sea Dragons took advantage of having one of the better quarterbacks in the league and their playmakers at receiver to get them into the playoffs. So can DC stay consistent and walk away with a dub today, or will DiNucci and company end up being the best team in the North? We're going to find out coming soon. Get a little bit of leg action to start this game. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this,
Nice.
I took a lot of time and redid the visuals for the last two games of the season.
Picture looks great, too. That light is amazing.
Yeah, I love that thing. Takes up half the room, but
No.
it does its job.
Right. It's like every week I come in here, he's got something new with the setup. So
It's different. But I got the minimalistic background going on. I think it looks pretty nice.
say it looks good.
Got Bob Ross hanging out back there.
Bob.
Finally getting him on camera. And I got an empty shelf up there. We'll get that fixed. Who do you want to call? This should be a phenomenal game.
Give me Sea Dragons.
Okay.
While we're waiting, catch us up on this weekend. I've been busy all weekend. Didn't even get to watch the UFC. That's my bread and butter. Missed that. So, catch us up on what we missed this weekend.
You missed what I've been hoping for the last 3 weeks, and that was chaos. Chaos finally happened in the XFL South. The Renegades going up against the home field advantage Houston Roughnecks. Renegades ended up dominating the entire game. I think the score was like 28-11 or something like that. We can look that up. Ended up dominating the entire game. I think the score was like 28-11 or something like that. We can look that up. Dominating the entire game.
You wanted chaos, dude.
28-11 or something like that. Chaos. Cody opens up one thing. You got 8 audios playing. But no, it was a phenomenal game, and I was gonna write a blog for it last night, but I ended up working on this.
What we see.
But yeah, it was a phenomenal game. I did not think the Renegades were gonna play as well as they did. Not to mention win the game. But that is what we're here to do, is the unexpected. And speaking of what we're here to do, leg action about to happen. Defenders are kicking off to Seattle.
Grabs it at about the 15. Ooh, out to the right side. Gets to about the 26 yard line, it looks like.
It's good to be back. We missed a few weeks.
Yeah, we
We've been
have.
really busy. But we are back. But yeah, like we were saying, I'm calling Defenders. Cody is calling the Sea Dragons, and it should be a phenomenal game.
So the winner of this moves on to face who?
They'll move on to face the Renegades in the championship.
Okay. Championship. So quick, too. The ball's hiked. Short pass over to the right. And it looks incomplete.
Dropped.
It looked like Gordon had it for a second. The tackle, good breakup.
And this should be, like I keep saying, it should be phenomenal. You have the best running back and the best offense in the DC Defenders going up against the best quarterback in the XFL. It should be a great game.
Got 3 wide receivers to the bottom, 2 to the top. DiNucci all alone in shotgun. He takes the hike. Quick pass again. This time it's over the middle for a slant. Connects up with number 4. That is wide receiver Juwan Green. Close to first down, bringing up, 3rd and 2 probably? 3rd and 1, closer than I thought.
They haven't used Philip Lindsay as much as I thought they would either.
Which is crazy. He showed up 3/4 through the
weeks
year.
ago,
Yeah.
But he has been pretty good. I will say that. But it's just how this defense is set up too, or this offense is set up too.
Yep. Look at the plays flip. 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. DiNucci all alone again. Got another slant, and this time he hits Gordon. He had Juwan Green, open again on the exact same slant. You just flip the play. That was impressive. See, look, boom, he's open, both of them. Who do you go to? You go to the deeper guy. It was Josh Gordon. Picking up the first down.
His head left.
Yeah. He got flipped on that tackle. Flipped,
Launchered.
folded. Flipped, folded, and effed up. Again, 3 to the bottom, 2 to the top. DiNucci, 3rd time in a row, all alone in shotgun. Now he's going to have to scramble to the right this time for a gain of about 2. Avoids the sack at least.
Chasing him down. Falden Brown, the defensive line. That's a big dude to be running that fast.
I love when big dudes surprise me with their speed. Looked like they sent the house after it on that last one. Again, DiNucci all alone. Not a running back in sight right now. 3 to the bottom, 2 to the top. Another quick play.
Another drop.
Juwan Green.
Wow.
Sat right in the zone, had it wide open, bounces off of his hands.
So that's 4 passes to start this drive.
Yeah.
2 of them were dropped.
All 4 of them in shotgun all alone. So this is a different look than what we've seen, that's for sure.
It's like they're a little too antsy. Like they haven't got the butterflies out of the stomach yet.
3rd and 9. Maybe they're seeing how the trenches is going to go before they start running it. Another one, 3 and 2. Wide receiver set.
Pressure.
Lone quarterback. Oh, and it's complete! He chucks up a prayer as he gets laid out. Oh, downfield, probably 20, 25 yards to Pearson. Pearson was able to grab it.
Pressure in his face. Could have been picked off.
I thought it was a dud.
Happen.
I thought it was a dud.
And we're bringing out Pete for the first time already. Roughing the passer. I knew it was going to happen.
He got lit up, and
I'd have to see that again because in real time that looked real close. Like he threw it as he was being hit.
Yeah, I thought it was clean real time. Watch, there's
Let
the
it
let go. Yeah,
He
well,
got
his hands
a
through
little-
the face.
He got a little push. Yeah, there's some kind of flag no matter what. He's already thrown a flag downfield.
Yeah, I was say downfield was throwing the flag before any contact was even happening. That's great angle there. We get the ball down to the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Got 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, staggered, and finally a running back there, and it was only for a fake. DC did a great job sniffing that out. Tried to play in like a little weird wide receiver screen. Everyone ended up too deep. And DiNucci just throws it.
Still have yet to run the ball. Even try to hand it off.
Current drive, 1 rush. That was the quarterback sneak where he's pressured to the right side. DiNucci got 1-2 yards off of that. And now they're back to a lone man in the backfield. That's DiNucci.
That's how they play though. He's not the quarterback with the most attempts for nothing.
Another quick pass, this time over to number 3 behind the line of scrimmage as he gets away, but gets nothing. It was for the 2nd time in a row, Pearson. It looks like they're going to have to kick a field goal here. Maybe I was wrong. I thought that was 3rd down. This is now 3rd down. I was wrong. They get one more chance, bringing up 3rd and 10.
This close, this is where they look for Gordon and in the corner.
Got Pearson on the inside. Gordon at the bottom of your screen.
Oh, dropped again. A wide open drop.
2nd drop by Green today. It looked like he could have hauled it in and fought for the 1st down, too. That's rough to see.
That's very disappointing.
He tried to haul it in with one hand.
He left his hands in his luggage, folks.
What does that even mean?
He forgot his hands. He didn't bring them.
Oh, he left his hands in. I thought you said and the luggage. I was like, what's the luggage? As the kick attempt is up and it's good. 33-yarder.
3 points ain't gonna fly.
Yep. We got a little switch. Someone go find that guy's luggage. Yeah, that's his second drop that drive. That's rough. And that one could have gotten you to red zone.
You got 4 more tries to get 4 yards.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like we were saying, the Sea Dragons, they started 0-2 this year. And honestly, even that quick start, the quick 2 losses, they didn't look as... They're a completely different team now. Losing in week 1 to the Defenders, 22-18 on that one. And then in week 2 against the Battlehawks, 20-18. Then they go on to hit a 5-game win streak. I don't know what happened to them. They just decided, hey, we're going to win a couple games. And then the win streak was ended in week 8 by none other than the Defenders, 34-33. Then they win out their last 2 games, and then ended up with a tied record against the Battlehawks, who looked phenomenal all year. Had to go to a 5th tiebreaker and end up beating the Battlehawks. I forget what it was, because it was a weird situation. They said they needed 32 points, but never actually mattered. I forget how it all laid out. But beat the Battlehawks to secure their spot in this game. Now, the Defenders, their season was much easier just to comprehend. They ended up 9-1. Their only loss coming to the worst team in the league, the Orlando Guardians, in week 7, 37-36 on a missed field goal that would have given them the lead and the win. But they missed that, ended up losing, but didn't lose a game after that. So I'm expecting DC to put on one heck of a show today. It's what they've been doing all year. They like to spread it out. Jordan Teamu is phenomenal with the ball in his hands. And then you have the best running back in the league behind Abram Smith, who won the Sports Beast Offensive Player of the Year. There's just so much that can go right for the Defenders today.
Defenders number 0. He's getting a game ball from the Armed Services or something. Is he a veteran? Is that why they're doing that?
Josh Hammond? I have no idea. He's a receiver. That's all I know.
Lines up.
That's what my paper says.
Right. According to all my information.
Defenders will take over. Handled at about the 2-yard line. Brought out. Oh, still on his feet after a spin move. Out to the 36-yard line.
Good move.
Williams with a good return.
Did you hear me about that?
I heard,
I about drowned on a drink of coffee.
That's good. Breaks a tackle. Missed by a face mask. And then hits a spin move. Clicks the circle button. Moves on. So they're going left to right on your TV screen. Teamu in shotgun. Got a man in motion. And they will start their drive off with a handoff for a short gain of only 1 yard up the middle.
Something Sea Dragons only did one time that whole drive, and it was a scramble by the quarterback.
Yes.
The run.
Well, and then you just go. This is a high priority. This is a big game. You go to what you've been doing all year. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Fake handoff for Teamu. Hit him wide open in stride. Number 88, McKinney, still on his feet, down to the 10. Wow.
The defender fell. Teamu seen it instantly and made him pay. That's a big guy. If he had speed, that's housed.
I like his jersey. It's very confusing. It says Moore. His last name's Moore -McKinney.
More? What do you want? More McKinney!
More McKinney. After that play, yes.
Oh, he's doing the Israel Adesanya. The bow. Delivering 3.
Let's say 57 yards. I wasn't really paying attention. Handoff up the middle. And he will gain about 4 yards out of that one.
Puts him about 3 yards away. Already closer than the Sea Dragons got in their last drive and exponentially quicker.
Yeah, they've only played as many as they've dropped.
True. Facts.
So we're working on the third play. Just a bunch of backfield players. Abram Smith, he'll bounce out to the top of the screen. Try to hit a stiff arm. Nope.
It's a loss of 2. It's a gang tackle on there. It was 53 and... Come on, pan down a tiny bit. Just a little bit. Let me see that number. Dang it, come on. 53 and somebody else.
If you're in the chat, you can't even tell where the end zones are. Yeah, this field is a little weird.
You really got to pay attention to the bold numbers on the side, or you're not going to know where you are.
Yeah, I already can't call plays at midfield because I don't know where they are.
When you're seeing the soccer box, throws you off too.
Handoff, step up in the pocket. Oh, good defense.
Great defense. Again, number 53. Not on this list.
That's Alex Ellis who was looking for a flag.
Could have been someone unnumbered, but... Number 53.
It looks like it says Humps.
Humps.
Or something close. Nobody.
What's up, my lovely lady lumps? It's Humps on defense. Great defense, though. I mean, that was as best coverage as you can get without calling a flag.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
24-yard attempt. It's good. All tied up. Sea Dragons. I'm giving that point to the Sea Dragons. They made a longer one. 33-yarder.
You don't have to give up points. They'll do that for you.
I know, but
in
my head,
it's
like an old-timey scale. Right now, I added 1 extra coin to the Sea Dragons just because they had a longer kick.
You got one of the math cubes from
yeah. Here's a gram. Here's a gram. Now that I'm an adult, I deal with different grams.
So, yeah, I wish the Defender Stadium could look so awesome if you just painted in the end zones. Give me a big red end zone with the
I wonder what
Defender.
Other teams in sports they share that stadium with. I'm just curious.
Obviously a soccer team.
Clearly.
No, but I'm assuming once... And it's all painted on. You can paint right over it. That's what I don't get.
Maybe they got a game right after. Don't have time to scrub that paint off. We seen for a while, what was it, L.A.?
Sorry.
L.A. had a good transformation stadium. They could transform that damn thing in like 3 hours. Bring in the cranes, pull away the turf, put different turf in. They had their videos all the time of the, what is it? Where you take a 3-hour video and watch it in 30 seconds. Time lapse.
Time lapse, yeah.
That was nice to see because then you've seen how many people they employ just for that.
I've just been enjoying the game.
It's still tied. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Don't worry, I'll dock Corey's paycheck for that.
Yeah. I'll dock my paycheck on my channel. Yo, if we had enough people watching this, every time I forgot, I would give out like a gift card or something. Y'all would be eating for free all day.
Right. At least on Sundays.
Maybe sure. I'll just pay somebody to do that.
Yeah. It's true. They're just chilling inside of a Wendy's waiting for us to make a mistake so they can get paid. Ooh, right there, Corey forgot to score. That's a Frosty for me. If anyone's hungry, let us know.
No, that was a quick drive for them. I think we're inside 7 minutes, I believe. Inside 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And if you're paying attention to the score on my screen, it is now still tied up. Whether it was 3-3 or 0-0 is what I had it.
You might as well say the start of the game is now.
But that drive stalled out way fast.
It
They had
did.
a lot of potential in the beginning.
A huge explosion and then fizzle out fast. I feel like we missed a whole couple downs or something.
I know.
That was a pretty dope edit, though, for the Sea Dragons. Sea Dragons always get the cool edits and everything. Like the coolest logo.
No, they have the dumbest logo. They could be. It looks like a toddler made it.
I'm assuming it's just like when we make our logos. We don't want to make them too detailed so that when they put them on stuff, it affects the quality. And he comes out to the 30, and a good move for the Sea Dragons on this return. Gets out to about the 30, 35. But there's a flag, so we'll see where it's actually going to land.
Oh! Someone's getting fined. You can expect both of them to be fined.
They banned the cutthroat thing in college because it was like a threat. That's definitely a threat.
That'll be another one. Don't say what it was, though.
I mean, it is crazy because I know in UFC, that's Leon Edwards' main thing. How he beat Kamaru Usman. His thing is headshot done because he put him out with a headshot. Kick to the head. Now that's his main thing. I'm not going to do the motion or anything. Really, it's itching.
I know. You're going to have to do it off camera.
The Sea Dragons take over at about the 20 after the penalty, a fake handoff. Oh, and another slant
drop
over the middle. Like Corey said, another drop.
Dude, who cares about the slant?
It's just they're going very short routes. I've noticed they're getting open. They're right there to be their drives continuing, but I don't know what the weather's like. Here where we are, it's a little slick, so. But, I mean, it looks good out there. It looks dry. 3 to the bottom, 2 to the top. Again, lone man in backfield. Again, a short pass. And again, it's the Gordon for about 5 yards.
Finally a catch.
Yeah. I mean, they're going very quick passes. The longest one they had of the night was the scramble where DiNucci got lit up.
Oh, yeah. And the roughing the passer. Yeah.
And that throw should have been intercepted if you want to rewind. It was a lob. It hung up there for a couple seconds. 2 defenders. The one receiver falls to the ground with it. So, I mean.
If you're in the chat, let us know who you think's going to win. DC or Sea Dragons. Or who you want to win.
Sea Dragons are driving right now. And another drop!
4. Get him off the field.
Number 4, Juwan Green, now has 3 drops.
Told ya.
In the first quarter.
His hands are in his luggage.
And that'll bring up 4th down. I told somebody to go find that man's luggage.
He ain't back yet.
See, that kind of drop, it looks like it'd be pouring out there. You know what I mean? Like, boop.
Beautiful.
You don't get any better. You don't ask for any better.
Oh, big old lineman's like, you do that again, you're getting laid out.
Right. You see that taunt? You see that taunt our own player did to the other guy? I'm going to do the same thing to you if you don't start catching.
Take it. There you go. Handled at about the 32. Sorry, the 29. That leg action went real fast. It didn't waste a second.
Not at all.
5 minutes to go in the first.
He threw a blue flag. What does that mean?
Didn't the blue usually fumble?
I don't know. I know they have markers and stuff on them.
Oh, and he is mad green.
He should be mad.
He absolutely should be.
You know who should be mad? DiNucci. he's like, what the hell am I even throwing for?
Handoff. Abram Smith up the middle. for a gain of 6.
Good chunk right off rip.
That's what I'm expecting to see.
We still have yet to see a run from a running back
Yeah.
from the Seattle Sea Dragons. Everyone keeps coming and patting him on his back and everything. He's hanging with his head down. What he should be doing is on that sideline or getting a different pair of gloves or something.
Take the gloves off if they ain't working.
Right? Can't make them any worse.
Oh, and Teamu keeps it.
Oh!
Getting lit up by the defense by number 2, just short of the first down.
Antoine Brooks came down, put his shoulder, clean tackle, just drove him to the turf.
Hit him with the hit stick right there.
Right.
I had a lot of these Madden references
That's
today.
true.
Bring up 3rd and 1 for DC.
Oh, we're going to see a run here. DC's not
Should be
done.
a run straight up the middle. But maybe that's what the Sea Dragons are expecting.
It's shotgun, though, so.
Handoff, Abram Smith, right up the middle. Keep those legs churning. Did he get it?
It looked like he was across and then got pushed back.
They're going to mark him just shy, it looks like. No!
Oh, no!
The other dude gave him a yard. Wow.
One ref said it here, the other ref's like, uh-uh.
Wow.
Okay, we're seeing a battle between the refs.
Yeah.
I'm guessing their bets are conflicting.
3 received at the top of your screen. Teamu fake handoff. Oh, what a pass just out of the reach of number 82. McLean Mannix. What a name.
Bryce Thompson on the defense just was on his back. Whoever, the wide receiver was just too quick.
Wow. Is that the first incompletion from him?
I don't know. I
that
want to say,
last
yeah.
drive went so fast, I don't even remember. But I think it is.
I think it is too.
And here we go. Trips at the top of your screen again. He'll throw to the right. I'm sorry, the left of your screen. Hit number 1. I don't know. That wasn't Bryce Mannix. I was looking at the wrong one the whole time. Anyway, Sea Dragon's got a nice receiver name that I like.
Right.
Oh, look at that formation. Handoff, Abram Smith up the middle. He'll break a tackle for a quick gain of 4.
Defender had his ankle behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to wiggle free for all 4 he got.
Number 82, Ethan Wolf. Usually we don't have the same numbers.
He has 2 incompletions.
Oh, does he? It must have been,
He had 1 before that.
yeah, when he was close to the end zone.
Oh, it was a good defense.
Little bit read option over the middle, number 11. Down to the 10. The 5. Did he get
Touchdown!
in? It looked like he got in.
That's in.
There's your first touchdown of the night.
We're arguing completions, but that one was complete for
Lucky
44 yards.
Wow.
He now has 1 for 56 on this first quarter, and then he also has 1 for 44 now.
That was a good read. If you watch this back, look at that. Holds it so long. Gets the defense biting on the running back. You got a wide open lane to Lucky Jackson.
Throws number 32 on defense, too. Quinterio Cole was on the downhill path until he seen the option. And then he froze him in his tracks, gave Teamu plenty of time to throw. And they go for 2 points here. Pass over to the right side. It's short, and it's tackled. No good. The catch was made by Abram Smith, but nowhere near the end zone. Failed 2-point conversion, but they're still ahead by 6 right now. Sea Dragons will get the ball.
I'm on it, guys. I got that one. That's what's so tough. I get into call-in and keeping track of this, and I just completely forget about the
It's
screen.
like a computer. When you got 10 different tabs up here, you lose track of some of them. Like they say, I got 10 tabs open. 3 of them are playing sounds. Like
That was Cody as soon as he got here.
Oh, yeah.
So DC taking the lead.
Caesar Sportsbook has DC favored by 2 in the total, hitting at 49 right now. What's your guys' take? Over or under 49? I'm taking over at this point right now. Both teams are moving pretty decent. Sea Dragons gets their hands out of that luggage somewhere. Their score is going to start going up.
It's tough. The way they're not catching anything, they can move, but they can't extend drives.
And it's weird. They've done it without running. Without running. Not a single run by the running back.
Oh, what did he stop for?
I don't know.
Handled out about the 5.
Maybe he thought he was in the NFL. Should I bring it out? Should I not?
He wasn't in the NFL.
I know.
Oh, excuse me.
There's Josh Gordon's drop.
2.
There's Green's drop.
3.
Another Green drop.
4.
There's a Gordon drop.
Gordon.
There's
5.
a Green drop.
He's got 3. Gordon's got 2.
All in the first quarter within 2 drives.
It's gonna come down to it. We're inside 2 minutes.
6 incompletions. 5 of them drops today by Ben DiNucci. 1 incompletion because it was outside of the target. Got a man in motion. Got Juwan Green coming to the bottom of your screen. And he goes over to Green. His hands, they're there. He caught it. The hard job is done. That turf has got to be slick. Because it looked like he tried to plant to absorb it and just got whipped around.
TJ Swearinger laid him out with the help of that slick. Even he's checking the stickiness of them gloves.
Right.
Give me a new pair every play.
Get some stick 'em.
That's basically what the gloves are now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They panned to every receiver's gloves.
They have been. And a short pass this time to the right and a good catch.
Falls. 88 still on his feet.
That's the best catch of the day so far. It was to the outside of him. He stretched out with his left hand. 88 Veasley, one-handed snag, grabs it, picks up the first down. They're talking about the slickness of the football. I'm sorry, I can't. DC's playing with the same ball. Like, who cares about how slick it is? DC's not dropping it. It's Seattle, okay?
And they mentioned how heavy it was. The balls are getting there. They're just not being caught.
Oh! And another phenomenal catch. It's Veasley. He's going off right now.
Ramirez almost undercut it. Almost took it back the other way.
He either almost undercut it and intercepted it, or almost undercut it and could have taken his legs out from underneath of him and destroyed Veasley, too.
Wow.
That's a decision on the defender. Do I destroy the player or try to go for the ball? Got 3 on the bottom, 2 to the top. Another shotgun lone man in the backfield by DiNucci. Another quick pass. Another catch.
Number 3.
Heating
Another
up.
catch by a player that
Yes.
isn't Josh Gordon
True.
or Green.
They're specifically going away from them, it looks
Yes.
like. And that catch was made by Pearson. Pearson, I do believe, also does have 1 drop, I do believe. I may be wrong, but...
Wow. And that's the end of the first quarter. We'll move on to the second.
First quarter. I wouldn't say it's lopsided, but the playing is definitely lopsided so far. One team's using their running backs,
Looks
completing
like it's getting better, though.
big completions downfield, where other team, short dink and dunk passes. They would be good if they could just get their hands there.
Yes.
Which,
They'd have a ton of yards if
yes.
they could catch.
I believe this score would be tied up right now, depending on however they went for the extra point, whatever, if those drops weren't there. Because their first drive, they would have went into the end zone, I do believe.
That's what it's been so far. End zone defense has been phenomenal.
So
Goal
far.
line defense, I should
Yeah.
say.
Goal line defense, which obviously DC came by their touchdown 44 yards
Way
out.
out
So
of it,
that's
yeah.
not goal line defense. By both teams, once that field shrinks, it's harder to thread the needle. And I think that's where DC is going to have the biggest advantage. When the field shrinks, they can power it up the middle with Abram Smith. Whereas Seattle, when the field shrinks, quicker.
Or,
You're gonna have to have quicker passes or something.
Or you can do if you're DC, you can do what you did on the touchdown 44 read option. You get them thinking run. You know, they have multiple ways. It seems like Sea Dragons only are using their one way.
Yeah, but imagine this. They haven't ran all game, and then they go to do an option. DC's like, oh, okay. We all know you ain't running it. A big thing of the option is you actually have to have a threat in the backfield to pull the defense in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes DC so much scarier in the goal line in the red zone, whereas you get down. If you line up as a run and
they're gonna laugh
like
at you.
Said, if you even have a running back on the field,
that's where I think they need to start getting the run, even if it's not producing a whole lot. We've heard this before. The players have to get burned. They have to get the ball, and it doesn't always play out. It's a game of averages, especially with the running back spot. So I mean, even if it doesn't produce a whole lot, get them thinking you're not one-sided, because right now we're all seeing completely one-sided. And it makes it easier to defend. I'm no coach, and I know that.
Even if you're just getting 1 or 2 yards, if you're in the end zone and you're on the 1 or 2, and you have a running back in, like, oh man, they could actually get this.
Right.
And then you can play from there.
Yeah.
You have the read options, you have the play actions, whatever it may be.
Yeah, all that affects how the defense stacks the box, too. If you're not afraid of the running back, you're not going to stack the box. You're going to let those guys back out and play a zone or something, cover a guy downfield. Because there's no worry right now with the ball being handed off. We've seen one good scramble by DiNucci. So, I mean, what's that say about DC, too? They're not getting home to the quarterback either.
I was just about to say, we haven't seen any, and here we have the
snake. Feed the snake.
Snake going pretty well so far. But like I was going to say, we haven't seen either team get to the quarterback.
No. We've seen once, and it was a flag, so once you get flagged once, I feel like you're going to tone it back a tiny bit at least, too.
But see, I don't think you should.
Oh, I'm not saying you should, but as a player...
I get your coach is like, hey, don't do that again.
Yeah, but as a player, you're like, dang, I touched this dude. It's a flag. Drop! This time it is by Pearson. Rewind 5 minutes ago. I'm not wrong.
First down again, like a slant route.
This one was bobbled.
Going up the middle. There's a flag on the play, though.
This may save him. We'll see what it is. They're looking at DC, Swearinger, and he's
saying my bad.
Yeah, he's owning up to it. It's a hold on Swearinger. First down. That bails them out. But this has got to be getting in Sea Dragon's head. Like, what do we got to do? Who do we got to throw to that's not going to drop this ball? So far, it's only number 88. 88 has the hands. Shit, maybe he went into the luggage and started stealing everyone else's hands.
But that dude has 55 signs.
It's raining. No! Thank you for answering our question, though. Is it slick out there? Yes, it is, because it's raining. As Josh Gordon gets a catch over to the left side. Another short catch. Bringing up second. And it looked like they were right there, 1 yard away. But yeah, it clearly is raining a little bit out there. We have a sign that proves it. So, I mean, it is slick.
Why did the DC guys say it's raining? They have no problem.
You're right. Yeah, I know. They got a weatherman in the stadium. DiNucci sidearm pass, and where he's wanting a flag, it did look like there was some arm interruption from the defense. Like he held his arm so he couldn't even get his arms out to get the ball.
We'll see on the replay.
Yeah.
That was Ramirez.
Yeah, you see it?
They showed the start of the drop, basically.
You seen the blur. Yeah. But it did look like he was holding him right up here on his...
And why'd you show it in live speed? Slow it down.
Yeah. We have the technology. Third down, Seattle Sea Dragons, 2 for 4.
Nobody wants to use it.
Doesn't matter if it was a flag or not. That's going to get labeled as another drop.
Pressure coming in.
He gets it!
Finally.
Finally a play longer than 10 yards, and it goes over to number 80, Jackson. Blake Jackson, that is. Not Bo. Not to be confused with Bo. Look at that. That was a good play, too.
Good layout for it.
They're bringing in different people, it looks like.
They can catch like that, but they can't catch a ball right in the numbers.
Not they. That's his first even target. So, I mean, DiNucci's going to keep going back to him. 3 at the bottom, 2 at the top. DiNucci all alone.
Deep help for the defenders.
Quick pass, and it's over to Juwan Green. They haven't given up
Still
on
on
him.
his feet.
It looked like he stepped out of bounds, but they didn't call it. He got an extra 10 yards on the sideline.
It looked like he was marking it.
Juwan Green looks depressed out there.
I get being upset, but that being upset like that ain't gonna help.
Yeah.
Oh, he's way out.
Yeah, that's what I thought I seen. I was like, whoa. The defender was out of bounds with his hands on him. I don't know how that counts. What happens if that?
I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, in basketball it does. So you think wait a minute, what's going on here? Another drop.
By 4.
Another drop.
He's dropping the same exact pass. The quick slant, literally 5 yards away.
It's not that he's not getting his head up fast enough because his hands are reacting. It's not like he doesn't know they're coming. His hands are reacting. His hands are there. They're just not sticking. This is a rough night for Juwan Green. 4 drops, probably 3 or 4 receptions. He's getting targeted a lot.
Oh!
What a catch!
Cody ain't calling plays on good
I'm
catches.
sorry, DiNucci drops back, delivers a perfect dime over the middle into the end zone. 2 defenders collide with each other. Pearson bobbles it, falls to the ground, able to haul it in for an incredible catch. This team is all over the place. Sometimes they can't catch the ball. Other times they're pulling off phenomenal catches like that.
He's like, oh, gotta almost drop it for my team.
Look at the catch by Blake Jackson. A diving catch. And then number 88 comes in. Jordan Veasley has a couple one-handed snag. And then right there, Pearson just pulls that away. After we've been talking nothing but their drops.
Yeah.
This is bipolar at its finest for the Sea Dragons.
Insane.
Still with not a single run from the running back. They could go attempt for 1 right here and just go up. Looks like they're going for 2 instead. It's a DC defender. Looks like he may go back to the locker room.
You getting crying
He
over
was
there?
being escorted. He's going back to the locker room.
Yeah.
We don't know what's happening. Two-point conversion. 3 receivers at the top, 2 at the bottom. Drops McGee in motion. It's slung over the middle. No good. Ball didn't even reach the targeted, desired target. Batted down at goal line. Good defense. Look at that. And there was nobody that touched him. Almost dropped it. Had to corral.
You have to play harder to catch your own ball.
Yeah.
But we are all knotted up back at 9.
Ooh. Good game so far. We got
What
an 18
crazy
total.
Play. What a crazy... I'm speechless.
It's been great drives, to be honest. Amazing drives.
I mean, even with all the problems, the drives from Seattle have been pretty good.
Yeah. They've had 1 dud to where they've had to punt. DC's had to punt 2, I do believe, correct? Or no. Because Seattle got the ball first. This is where DC could go on top again. That's how it flipped. Because
Yeah, they
Seattle
just had
punted.
the end zone stop.
DC hasn't yet.
Yeah.
It's all about the Seattle defense right now. Can they stop DC? DC's level changing too.
It doesn't matter if they stop or not. It's all about their offense. Until they can start being consistent on offense, it doesn't matter how many stops.
Yeah. We know one thing is going to happen when they go out there. They're going to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Are they going to catch it?
Yeah.
That's the gamble.
Yeah. Flip that coin. Because, yeah, like you said, you put it that way. Flipping the coin for dropping. It could be a 40-yard pass that you don't know if it's going to be dropped or caught. Or it could be a 3-yard pass that you don't know if it's going to be dropped or caught.
Which, so far, Seattle's only targeted deeper than 20 yards twice. One on the touchdown. No, I could probably only... And then maybe that one where he got lit up in the backfield. DiNucci got lit up, the flag.
The lucky,
yeah.
The crazy...
That, like I said, I don't know how deep that pass was. It had air time, so I don't know how deep it was, but I do believe that was above 20. So that's only 2 passes above 20, even attempts. To whereas Jordan Te'amu, we've seen them throw it, heave it a couple times already. And they've got the run game, and obviously the quick passes are always there for any team that wants to do it.
That's what I've been harping on with the defenders all year. They're the most well-rounded.
They are. They look like the most NFL ready. If you were to take one team, like we talked about, take the worst team in the NFL and the best team in the XFL, have them have like a little Super Bowl to swap divisions. I think the team that has the best chance would be the DC Defenders. Their makeup and their build is just NFL-esque. Obviously, we don't see no team in the NFL do what Seattle's doing. None.
Well, that's not real true either, because we're talking Super Bowl last year with Philly, and they barely used a running back.
Yeah, but they design like 5 QB sneak runs and stuff. They have Miles Sanders, who's great out of the backfield. You know what I mean? To where they're not even putting people in the backfield. That's what surprises me.
Defenders on a big return.
They found the hole. The kicker botches
over midfield to the 40. This close to getting away.
Yeah, he was.
He was. Wow.
Luckily, that speed. I don't know who it was on.
Puka Williams. Oh, with the return was Puka Williams, but there's the kicker. That was number 1.
Thompson. Great chase down.
I'm not going to switch sheets because then I'll start reading off yours.
Oh, Bryce Thompson. Yep, I was looking at yours at first.
Yeah, that's what I do. I even put the color in there to try to help.
All right.
It doesn't. Defenders.
Great field position already.
Taken over at the other 40. Fake handoff. Pump fake. Over the middle.
It's
off by
intercepted!
Seattle.
Sharif Miller notices the ball is popped into the air and he comes down with it. Seattle Sea Dragons ball. Like we said, it's all about their defense right now.
Every quarterback's worst nightmare. To see that ball, not in the receiver's hand, 2, still in the air.
See it flipping end over end in the midair. You're just like...
Yeah, usually when it does that, you can count on it being picked up.
You're hoping your own receivers are playing defense at that point. With the ball.
Yeah,
force the ball to the turf.
You no longer try to catch it, you just slap it down.
And it hit the defender's hands too. Lucky Jackson hit him in the arms, chest, whatever you want to call it, and it just bounces right out. It wasn't Lucky, I'm sorry. It was Josh Hammond.
But yeah, it was just double covered there. He was slightly in front of the defenders.
Great defense. Te'amu put it exactly...
Looked like it had a little heat on it.
Yeah.
Though.
Te'amu put it exactly where it needed to be to where only he could get it. And it was just a bullet, so it bounced right out. Veasley.
There's a catch, but it looked like he struggled to catch that one too.
Veasley, he's the only one right now that has yet to have a drop, okay?
Oh, here we go. Next play, Veasley will have a drop.
I can't... 80... Blake Jackson doesn't have a drop. It was a good defense.
Oh, that's yours.
Yeah, and I did look over there first. I was like, okay, it's Barry. I don't have a Barry. I was like, it's Jackson. DiNucci throws it over to Pearson, picks up the first down, and then Pearson is planted right on his rump hard.
Number 5, Reggie Northrup. He was a little excited after that.
DC's hitting hard. Still have yet to see any defender get into the backfield and get the quarterback legally. You got a corn. Is that a pear or a corn cob in the
It's
stadium?
a lemon.
Oh, I'm way off.
Corn.
Danucci throws it. There we go. It's Drops McGee. He catches it for about 10 yards. Rushes for another 10, weaving in and out of traffic. Juwan Green is who I mean when I say Drops McGee. Right now, he's not even looking happy after his big plays because he knows he has some making up to do.
No, I mean, understandably, I'd be mad too, but
He's mad.
easier said than done when they just say on to the next play.
Yeah.
Look at all the receivers still.
Oh, trips up.
Danucci slips.
It looks like the defender, the offensive line number 69 got pushed back, stepped on Danucci's cleat.
No, he just
did.
To
He just
backpedal.
straight up just slips.
Seattle is going to be blaming the rain,
The turf,
everything.
anything. Yeah. Oh yeah, the rain, man. It tripped me up. It made all these people drop.
Seattle's going to cancel their water.
It's known for the rain too.
Yeah.
3 on top, 2 on bottom. Obviously not a wide running back in the backfield. Scrambles to the right, and the first throwaway of the day by any quarterback, Danucci, chased to the right out of bounds and throws it away. Trying to get out of the way. It looked like he walked into the scuffle. What? Did you see that? Like, trying to get out of the way. He's running right into it. He would have been fine if he would have stayed where he was.
Stayed there. Who is that guy? He brought his goggles. He was ready.
3rd and 18 after a couple falters, and they get a deep pass.
Oh, almost picked off by number 36, Swearinger.
They had Josh Gordon wide open.
Just it looked like it was a tad behind him, was it not?
It looked like it was a little over his head. And Josh Gordon didn't look like he got to it, so it looked like he gave up on the play. I don't know. We'd have to see a different angle to see how that ball was coming at Josh Gordon.
It's like watching a field goal. You don't know if it's in or if it was just a hair right.
Yeah. You're like, it's good.
No,
yeah, it is. Yes, it is. After you look at the refs.
Yeah.
Okay. I just think they have terrible angles for that stuff.
Yeah.
A head-on angle is not a good angle for a field goal, personally. Danucci.
So we technically saw the first sack of the game.
We did. I mean, it lost them about a good 8 yards, too, so they were doing good. They were driving down the field.
Yeah, it was just...
Oh, the rain has been a huge factor. Like we were just saying, Seattle's going to be blaming everything on this rain right now. Danucci's 1 sack so far. Boom, that's the rain. Yeah. Juwan Green's 5 drops. Boom, that's the rain.
You'll see a little bit of leg action. Finally taking the time, slowing down the leg action. I like it.
Seattle's second punt of the day. DC has yet to punt, but has a turnover.
Good punt.
I would say he should be calling for a fair catch or getting out of the way.
That was a good punt.
It was.
Way to pin him down at the 5.
Come on. We are in the North Divisional Championships. Remember, the winner of this goes on to face the Brahmas.
That's false.
Yeah, Renegades. I even said it and was like, that don't sound right. Let me figure out how I messed up.
The winner of this goes on to face the Cleveland Indians.
Right? In a cricket match.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, the winner of this, like you said, will go on to face the Arlington Renegades. Which at this point literally could be either team. No matter how much the Sea Dragons, and I always stutter on their name, the Sea Dragons stutter. No matter how much they stutter on the field, no matter how much they struggle with the rain, DC isn't really moving the ball as much as they should be, or making big mistakes. And getting picked off.
Yeah. I mean, as highly touted as DC has been all year, like I thought they were far and beyond the best team in the league. Right now, Seattle's giving them a run for their money, making them pay on those mistakes, and then making up for their own mistakes.
The way Seattle played throughout the season, I knew they would end up getting in as much as I wanted the Battlehawks in, but...
Well, like you mentioned, the first 2 games looked horrible for the Sea Dragons, and then they went on that 5-game streak, and you're like, okay, they can hang in there with everybody. That's at least a thing. So, we're in for a good game regardless. I knew that coming in. And it's crazy how different the team's offenses are too. I think that's the most intriguing thing about this matchup.
Yeah, look on there and see how many rush yards that Seattle has.
They have 1 rush yard.
They should have the one from
DiNucci.
The scramble.
Yep.
Early in there's like the 3rd play.
And he didn't want to run. He was just forced.
He had to.
Yeah. The coach is telling him, no, it's not what we planned.
Yeah, it's weird. Why sign a running back if you ain't even going to use one?
Yeah.
I get that's how you.
Great question.
How successful your offense has.
Rushing, Ben DiNucci, 1 carry, 1 yard, 1 average, 1 long.
Not another person name in that lineup. Not even an attempt to another person.
Let's look at these though. Seattle, Pearson, 5 for 54. So that's 5 catches. He was targeted 5 times. Not a drop. So I was wrong. I thought we just seen him drop 1. I thought we did, but
I didn't think so.
Okay, I was wrong.
Okay.
Jawan Green, 4 catches, 9 targets.
DC's going to take over. Got a ton going on in that backfield. Handoff up the middle. Abram Smith just making his own holes.
That was the tightest formation we've seen. It looked like a goal line play. Seattle is so spread out compared to that, what we just seen. Yep, and they are talking about the rain. They're talking about changing the spikes on their cleats because they're not getting enough leverage. That probably happened after DiNucci fell.
Well, they're talking to the defenders. I'm sure Seattle ain't talking about nothing.
Seattle's probably talking about the gloves. We got to get some new spikes on these gloves.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know they brought that out.
Right.
They're like a little home base with spikes on it to clean your cleats off.
Here's where the injury. Oh, I think his head
rolled up on his ankle.
Yeah, it did. 82 is down. Hurt ankle. Oh, he's up now. He's walking off the field.
You see the guy from Seattle. His is still in his hand.
What?
The base thing.
Really?
So people can clean their cleats off. His was just still in his hand.
That's mine.
Why did the plane crash? Because the pilot was a loaf of bread?
What?
What? Oh, God. Teamu moving back to the end zone. Handoff, pass. That joke.
7-yard handoff.
That joke had me all, like, my brain.
I'm still trying to see if it makes sense.
Literally the best joke I've ever heard in my life. I was speechless after that joke. What? Oh my God. The best, most random joke I've ever heard in my life.
That was good.
I'm glad somebody's taking a time out.
Appreciate that, bud.
Yeah. I was literally just going to say this.
Needed a good cry. Delay of game by DC. It doesn't look like they got the timeout in time, obviously.
I wish I could look at your profile picture.
3rd and 7.
I got more if you're interested. Teamu steps back. A little bit of pressure coming in. Oh, and he'll take a big hit.
He'll stay down. Oh, no, maybe not. It looked like he was shaking up for a second. He is wincing.
It's like they don't want to show any sign of weakness.
Yeah.
Another flag on the field, though. Well, speaking of weakness, Thompson
Bryce Thompson
needs help off the field.
On the defense. That just saved them. DC's going to pick up a first down off of that.
Too many men on the field.
Too many men. Ooh, a narrow miss from Seattle's defense. Daniel Joseph comes jumping in, if you want to call that a jump. Teamu was able to just skirt aside, make something happen. So it did not bring up a first down. It's a repeat of the down, gain of 5 yards.
3rd and 2 for Teamu and company. What is going on?
He's locked and loaded if we want more.
Yeah, I saw that. Somebody take a timeout?
Yeah, the clocks are stopped, so I'm assuming, yes, there is a timeout. It has to be.
That took so long.
Timeout by Seattle. Still have their challenge left. So does DC. Both teams with only 2 timeouts remaining.
If you're in the chat, let me know how you've liked the XFL this year so far. I personally have loved it. I dove in, told myself I was going to call as many games as possible. I dove into it, watched as many as I possibly could, and I fell in love with this sport. Like, I already love football, but I fell in love with the XFL. Because I didn't watch it before. I didn't watch it as much as I do now before they had to come back. What was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah. I will say it has been the greatest off-season filler for NFL, let me tell you. We got NBA going on right now.
3rd and 2, handoff up the middle. Looks like Abram Smith. Looks like he's going to have just enough. Even the ref saying, yes, sir. He's going that way.
It's the way we're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a great filler. Normally, off-season, the only thing you have to look forward to, maybe you got some fights coming up on the card, some decent cards coming up throughout the off-season. And then, obviously, NBA.
That's where they got him. Aaron Rodgers them.
12 men on the field because one didn't get off in time. Literally one step
Fake
away.
handoff up the middle. Go to the slant up the middle.
They're saying it's no good.
It would hit the ground first. Intended receiver Hammond.
Hammond saying he got it. What a strike by Teamu. It's clean. I thought that was clean.
You can't see anything unless they show the other side.
But it looked like he corralled it good before he even hit the turf.
And you got Blandino looking at it.
Oh,
they need to show that other side.
Yep.
Because if it touches the ground right here...
It can touch the ground. It just can't move when it touches the ground.
Yeah.
And there's not enough definitive evidence knowing Blandino.
It looks like his arm goes under it, but that's tough to see.
It's not enough to overturn it, though. That's where I'm going with. It's going to stand. There ain't no way you can't clean that up a little bit. You have all this money for technology.
Well, that's what they say. Like,
look, his hands are under it, though.
That's what
look! Ball.
Oh!
Ball actually comes out, but is
the best.
Is it over by then, though? You know what I mean?
There's no way it can be.
He was on the ground, defenders on top of him. It didn't come out until he started sliding on the turf. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at that point, do you say, did you ever have control?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Stands they called it catch. It really, you could debate that either way.
And the thing that's going to tip the scale is there's not enough to overcall the original that was called at the time of the play.
But you talked about technology. You know, in movies where they say, like, oh, here's the picture, clean it up, zoom it in. That's not real. You can't do that.
No. Because you can't just have a blurry picture and
Te'amu going over the middle, just over the hands of, again, Hammond.
like say you took a picture of Sam Squanch and he was all blurry. You can't just be like, yeah, I got this picture, let me take away the blurriness. And then the camera and everything knew what was behind the blurriness. You're going to clean up the blur a little bit, pixel by pixel, but you're still not going to be able to see what it is.
Yeah, it's just going to be like
a pretty blur.
Watercolor. Yeah.
Watercolor.
Te'amu handoff up the middle. Still on his feet after a hit.
And another flag comes out. Give me the Pete Boys.
I've heard that one joke before.
What's blue and small and smells like paint? Yeah, I'd say so.
They get him again?
12 men? They did.
2 plays later, they get him on this same thing. This guy is Aaron Rodgers.
Get off the field, dude.
Yeah. If I'm that head coach, I am furious.
They're talking about the little grace period college players get to have time to get people off the field, and that's not happening here.
It's not college. It's not college.
Yeah.
Handoff up the middle. Abram Smith. He'll gain 3. 2 yards shy of the first down. We're inside. I was going to say inside 4 minutes, but we're pretty much at 4 minutes to play in the first half. We'll give you some updates stat-wise. Hot take. I think every new pro sports stadium for the major 4 leagues should have retractable. I've been saying this for a very long time. I'll get to that comment in a second.
I agree.
3rd and down. Abram Smith up the middle, fights for the first down. I've said this for a very long time that every NFL team, every stadium should have a dome. Whether you use it or not, whether it's retractable, that's up to you. It should have a dome. You want these guys to play, and you would bring more people who play well in warm weather to colder places like Cleveland.
And then say...
Hold on. Te'amu scrambles out of the pocket.
Oh!
He's got to be face masked.
Yeah, big time.
Hold on. Let's save this for halftime. Patrick, we are coming back to your comment. What's the easiest way to confuse someone? Paint yourself green and
Throw forks at him.
This Seahawks
Tazar
defense
Skipper called for the face mask.
has been going crazy with penalties.
Yes, they're shooting. They're really shooting themselves in the foot. That's probably the second time they could have had him off the field. Not that they would have got off the field right after this play, anyways. But
if I'm Te'amu,
if that's a clean sack, that's a loss of 15 yards.
If I'm Te'amu, I am so mad.
Livid.
I'm getting up hot. Abram, handoff up the middle, gain of 4. This is what they have been known to be doing all year.
Yep.
Just little. You're not asking the running back to, hey, I need 40 yards on this play. You let him do his job, and he's getting the 4, 5, 6 yards. Obviously, you're being helped out a lot by penalties, but
Especially how this was.
This drive has been crazy.
You run on first down, get 5 yards or so, and then if you don't get anything second down, it's still a manageable third.
Hammond in motion, and it'll be a handoff up the middle again.
And still, we go from 6, now 2 yards needed.
Stood up after a gain of about 3 yards.
And I'm betting they run again. Oh, look at that. Things getting chippy with Austin Faulio.
I was going to tell you when you came in, just be confident about the names.
Austin, that was no confidence whatsoever.
I would not have been. 3
$10
receivers at the top, and it's 2 minutes. We can talk. So, hot take. We're going back to Patrick's comment. Thank you for that comment, by the way. I've been saying this for a very long time. I think everybody should have domes, whether or not you want them to have holes in it and retractable and stuff like that is up to the team. Because the interest of getting, we'll just say, we'll just say the interest for Tua. We'll say Tua is somebody who plays well in the warm weather. If you're playing in a dome, it doesn't matter. It's all heated anyway. So you would be able to come up to like Gillette Stadium and the Vikings Dome, I forget what they're called, or what is now going to be no longer First Energy Stadium. It would just make moving around quarterbacks or players in general, it would make them feel more comfortable in colder weather.
Then it's all part of a game plan too. Say you have a quarterback like someone from the NFC that's not used to any cold weather playing. They'll play in the cold, they do decent in the cold, but you clearly see their stats dip off in a roofless dome. What do you even call that? Roofless dome
with a retractable roof.
In the element, if you can provide the elements to hurt your opposing team coming to visit your stadium, tell them to open it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To whereas if you know, okay, this quarterback plays good no matter what, and our quarterback plays better in a dome, let's close it up. You know what I mean? It'll all go into the game plan.
Yeah, you're looking at it like this
more
guy,
of a home field advantage.
This guy, yeah, exactly. This guy doesn't play well in the cold, so we will use that against him.
Yeah.
I got
Not all year long. This one team doesn't play in the dome, so whenever, depending on what type, when you get to them in the season, will depend on the weather, that type of stuff.
And it would make
that.
going to games a lot better for a lot more fans. I get it's what you grew up knowing, like us in Cleveland. It's cold weather in football, snowstorms. Not like Buffalo, but you go there and you freeze and you have a good time.
Right.
But people like me, I love the cold. I just don't like being cold for long periods of time. I'm not going to go sit in a game, and I have, but I'm not, because of how cold it gets, like it kind of sways me away from just watching it on TV. I would go to more games if I didn't have to be so cold.
Well, they're out there running around. They got heaters on the sideline and stuff. The fans are just
not the fans. You're
sitting there.
You're an ice. What is your NFL team? Obviously, we live in Cleveland. I say obviously. Cody is a dog.
I'm a dog.
He is a Browns fan, and this is my studio. I'm a Steelers fan. I try not to put too much in here because it is the XFL and not the NFL. Who do you root for? That you didn't say that. Hold on, we'll get to that. Pitch! Oh! Back to Te'amu.
He had him wide open, too. That was...
I thought it was going to be the first pitch of the game, but then he gives it right back to Te'amu, and then it was just a terrible throw.
Lucky Jackson was standing there wide open with his hands in the air.
That play was so weird. It was a pitch and then a handoff. Pitch to the running back, handoff to the quarterback.
What?
Yeah.
I want to see him do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again. Run it back.
Fake handoff. Caught by number 18 at the bottom of your screen. Number 18 is somebody. Alex Ellis.
Had to be some confusion on Seattle because on the left side, Ellis was the only one there and there were two defenders. Nobody picked him up. 16, clear outside, left. Just let him go. There's nobody else over there. Who are you guarding out there? I think that's what the confusion was.
Handoff, deep bomb. Oh, to the end zone, and it's dropped.
Good defense. This time number 16 was there, Michael Wright.
Great defense. We are going to be going over some of this. Some of this. We'll talk a little bit. We'll talk a little bit at halftime. Because if we start talking about that now, we're never
this goes bye-bye. Yeah. Great defense. I mean, really, DC had to come back and play defense on that because Wright would have came away with the interception right there. Right there.
Up to the top of your screen, caught. Lucky Jackson.
Picking up the first down, too. Beautiful out route.
Moving the chains. That's really all you ask for.
Yeah, that's how you keep it alive. You have to move the chains.
Nothing fancy. Quick little out route.
And the way they're running, the defense can't spread out nearly as much. You got to stack some people in toward the middle to stop Abram.
3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Pressure coming in. He'll dump it off just out of the hands of Abram Smith at the bottom of your screen.
Speaking of him, there's the first drop for DC we've seen.
Is it first?
That I
Or was it
remember.
second, yeah. I think there was an earlier one. They just had one.
A drop?
Didn't they? Oh, it was Lucky Jackson at the top.
It was way overthrow. That was a way overthrow, yeah. Ooh, yep. Let's say Seattle stacking the box. And there's tackle for loss.
Behind the line.
Bryce Thompson, they sniffed out the run. I was in the middle of saying they're stacking the box on this play. And then they give it to Abram Smith. It's a tackle loss of 6. Oh, yeah. Great open field tackle. The only man able to wrap him up with one arm. 3rd and 16.
Over the middle. Tip.
Oh!
Oh, what an interception!
An interception! He's running it back.
He caught that ball 3 times.
It was tipped by the guy in the middle of the field. We'll go back. Once he hit this replay, Teamu over the middle. Sea Dragons. Deflection. Bounces it in the air. At the same time, let me see if he's on here. Antoine Brooks gets flipped. And while in midair, Antoine Brooks is able to haul it in. That was incredible. We'll see what the flag is. I hope it stands.
Oh, so it'll be intercepted, but it's going back like real far.
After the interception, illegal blindside block by Seattle on Freelo. Look at it. Oh, target right over the middle. Tipped by number 53. And at that time, Antoine Brooks was already in midair going down. See? Oh, he kicks it to himself.
That was crazy. Tipped, flipped was the defender, kicked, or in his hand, out of his hand, kicked to himself, back in his hand.
You guys got to look that play up. And there's their first run.
33 seconds left to go, and that's the first time you see.
They literally said he hasn't been on the field all day so far. Wow.
And this is going to wind down. This should take us out.
Yeah, that's probably why they're running it. Just let's get into the locker room. It's number 55 for the Seattle Sea Dragons. This is limping around. Something's up. Chris Owens.
They're going to try to get one. Oh, they're going to be 1 second off. Just take the... And the second run of the game.
See, if Lindsey's so shifty, I don't know why you wouldn't want him back there, just as a threat even.
Yeah, just put him back there.
Like, I get it. You put Lindsey back there, you're taking away somebody that's either going to help block, which Lindsey can still help block too. But with them keeping a running back off the field, that's another tight end they can throw in there to block, or another receiver to go out for passes because that's all they want to throw.
All right, we are moving into halftime. Still tied up 9-9. That over for you is looking terrible.
Oh, yeah. I mean, both teams were moving good on offense at first. I was like, yeah, this is for sure hitting the over. Right now we're over. The total's 49. Right now we're sitting at an 18 total. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to hit.
Well, we're going to get to some stats. We'll let Cody do his thing, and then we're going to go over some comments because I love these comments.
Let's go over the DC Defenders first. In my opinion, the team that's just been playing better today. Granted, it is tied up still, but in my eyes, the eye test, DC's playing better. We'll go over them first. Passing, the only quarterback that has been in there. DC's been known to use a couple quarterbacks. This time, they're sticking with Jordan Teamu, 7 for 15, 152 yards, 2 interceptions. Both interceptions, mind you, came from being tipped by a guy in the middle of the field when targeting the secondary. Abram Smith, 13 carries, 26 yards. not averaging anything good, but right now they have a good thing going to where they're picking up first downs. Seattle shooting themselves in the foot a lot of the times. They're getting bailed out. Receiving, Moore McKinney, 1 for 56, had that huge catch. Brought him real deep. Lucky Jackson, 2 for 56 and a touchdown. Josh Hammond, 1 for 13.
Really spreading the ball out.
Oh, yeah,
Spread
for
the ball
sure.
up
Nobody's... The only person that we're seeing a rinse-repeat type of thing is Abram Smith running the ball, which is what you got to do to develop any type of rhythm. No fumbles. The only turnovers we've seen today so far were the 2
picks
from Te'amu.
Not
sack.
Even from Te'amu, it's just from the defense.
Yeah, the defense, yes, for sure. Defensively for DC, they only have 1 sack, and that's coming off of a...
that was the slip.
Yeah, the slip, the rain, the cleats, call it what you want. It's getting recorded as a sack. 9 points. We go over to Seattle Sea Dragons, Ben DiNucci, 16 for 26, and the fact that he only capped his attempts at 26 and a half surprises me for the way that they're playing. 147 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 sack for 7 yards. Ben DiNucci had the 1 sneak for 1 yard. Very early on, nothing since. And then, obviously, 30 seconds before the half, we seen them run the ball twice, intentionally.
I was just looking at that. You have a total of -2 yards on 3 attempts.
Yeah. It's a great average right there.
All half.
Pearson, the receiver, 5 for 54 and a touchdown, being the one constant that isn't dropping the ball. Juwan Green, 4 for 39 with 5 drops so far on the day. Veasley, 3 for 20 with some impressive snags of his own. And then Josh Gordon, it looks like he's kind of getting phased out of this game a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Green should be as well, but he's still up there. No turnovers from Seattle so far, and for their defense, not a single sack. No one's been able to get through to Te'amu. They did once, but an illegal face mask nullified what could have been a 15-yard sack. And right now, we're standing tied, 9-9. Good game.
Both of them have been nullified.
Yeah, both
the
sacks.
roughing the passer. I forgot about the roughing the passer.
Yep. So those are the stats. Not a pretty game, to be honest. I mean, it's entertaining because it's close and been a constant back and forth.
Yeah.
But pretty is not the word I would be using.
No, and like this Patrick person said, the weather's. What are you doing? The weather's killing the over. It's killing the game, to be honest with you. Like, it's making everything closer. But yeah, I did see one other comment here. It said, "Who of these 2 teams would be an NFL roster next season, if anyone?" Who on these two teams? Honestly, we've already seen Josh Gordon play. I don't know how many of you have seen him.
I don't even know if he's allowed to play.
He's not coming back to the NFL. So Josh Gordon would have been, I should say.
We're not going to get into that could have been.
The best receiver in the NFL. He's got his problems. We're not talking about those.
Right.
But I think he'll do well here. Philip Lindsay, who the Sea Dragons just signed a few weeks ago, is basically, he already said he's only playing to get in shape for fall ball.
Warming himself
I'm
up.
not a huge fan of that. It is what it is because it's the way it's going to be for a little while. But I want the XFL, which brings me to this other comment that says the XFL is great. I want the XFL to be as big, if not bigger, than the NFL. I think that would be so cool. It's just going to take time. But look at the other side of the ball, the defender side of the ball. Abram Smith, running behind the line like the Jets or something, would be really good.
Yeah. That's who I was going to say. Abram Smith is the one guy that we haven't seen in the NFL that I think could make a good transition. Obviously, Ben DiNucci has been in the NFL. He's had a handful of starts.
Te'amu's been in the NFL. A lot of them have.
Te'amu has?
A lot of them.
Do you know who he played for?
I want to say Miami, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
Te'amu would be a good backup, I could feel. Same like DiNucci. DiNucci could be a good backup in the NFL. Abram Smith.
There was, early in the year, a defender for the Brahmas, and I forget his name. I think his number was 1 or something. that he was told by an NFL team, and they never said who, that if he played well, he's getting a spot. Or at least a chance. That game, he ended up having 4 interceptions. Went off that game. It was awesome. And I want to ask you before we head on real quick, who's your XFL teams? We'll talk a little more about these comments, but who are your guys' XFL teams? Is it one of these teams or is it somebody else? There was one other one right there. Yeah, Steelers had a great draft. I'm a Packers fan. I'm glad they got rid of Aaron Rodgers. I'm not a huge fan of the drama. I know we had Big Ben with that drama, Antonio Brown and that drama, but I never liked the drama, and that's all I've seen Aaron Rodgers do. That's all he wants to do.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers had his MVP year. You know how he's gonna be a Hall of Famer now, obviously. But I think mainly for Green Bay, especially for their fans. I'm not a Green Bay fan, so I don't know. But what it looks like to me, you guys are tired of the hype with it fizzling out so fast within the season.
I would be too.
Yeah, Green Bay will go 13-4 all season, and then in the playoffs they fizz out so quick. And Aaron Rodgers was saying relax all season. Yeah. If I was a Packers fan, I'd say good riddance. Let us start somewhere new. I don't care where, somewhere new, and looks like that's what they're doing.
I've been saying it for 3 years. Get rid of the guy. I never would have signed him to a new contract. He would have been gone maximum 2 years ago.
Yep. You ready to move on? Yeah, that's how I figured.
XFL to NFL player like Taylor Heineke. Dude, I loved Heineke.
Yes.
Still do.
Hero Heineke. I didn't know he was in the XFL to an NFL player, though. I'll have to look that up.
But yeah, I can see a bunch of these, You get farther into the season, if your players start to get hurt, where are you looking to first? Probably the USFL, because for some reason they push the USFL more. But I think the play for the XFL has been so much better. I watched one game for the USFL because we were going to call it. I don't even want to call it anymore.
Heineke was a backup
QB in the XFL. The Chargers, who's their tight end? I don't even know.
I instantly thought of Antonio Gates for some reason. Yeah, 10 years ago. Is it Hunter Henry right now?
No, last year he played for the Patriots.
That's what I thought. I didn't know where he went.
No, but I'm honestly in love with the XFL. I'm sure everybody I talk to is tired of me talking about it.
XFL's been phenomenal, though. I mean, it's newer. It's something completely different, too. Like, obviously, it's the same sport, but it is completely different to watch.
And they're putting their own spin on things.
Exactly.
The USFL is a carbon copy of the NFL, which I think is why they're trying to push it more.
It makes sense.
But that's not what we need. We need a little bit of difference. I think that's why people like college so much, is because there's slight differences, and you can see them, go throughout their journey.
I've gotten away from college quite a bit, but Donald Parham, thank you. I was literally just looking it up. Yeah. I only know Parham because the dude got knocked out in the middle of the game.
Will you watch the USFL? Like I said, I've tried, and it's just a carbon copy. I like the differences here. I would watch USFL, so many SFLs. I would watch. I'll watch it. Once this is done, I will watch the USFL just because there's nothing else on.
I was just about to say, once this is done, we'll be bereft of football.
But we'll
have to fill it somehow.
I don't know if I'm going to be calling games because I like to be into the games. If I'm already hating on something, I'm not going to be happy calling it. I'm not going to be happy talking about it. I'm not going to want to do any research.
What a boring stream that would be.
Exactly.
Here we go.
But this, I enjoy. I enjoy looking up stats. I enjoy following teams. And I've tried not to XFL, dude, Patrick, you should have been here 3 weeks ago. I told everybody that the XFL should and USFL should merge already. Stop trying to compete. Become one.
Yeah.
And boom, you have bigger season, a bigger league, more fans. Like, it just makes so much sense.
I think 8
Stop
teams,
trying to push two different things.
8 teams. Boom, you got half of the NFL right there.
It's crazy. But yeah, the Steelers had a pretty decent draft. I'm glad. This was the first year that I actually loved the draft. Normally it's I have it on, but I'm not really paying attention. This year, I loved it.
I can't say the same. Browns didn't have a pick for the first two.
I mean, that aside, Texans went off. They had a good draft. There was just so much that went well.
Which is happening more and more often. Teams are trading, it seems like, more frequently.
Well, there was tons of trade in the third. Anyways, let's get back to a little bit of play calling for this. Defenders look like they are receiving the kick, or have received, I should say.
Neither team is rushing the ball well. -2 for Sea Dragons, 29 for defenders. But the difference is defenders are actually trying to run the ball.
One thing I want to know, you guys have been pretty active so far. How are you guys watching this? Do you just have it up? Are you watching? Did you sync your TVs up like I said in posts? Mute them. Sync your TVs up. Mute them. Watch us. How are you guys watching us? And again, first one right out the gate. Handoff. Abram Smith. Gain of about 4 yards up the middle. That's one thing I never asked. I've never asked anybody how.
Yeah, and I've only done the fan side of that like once. I sync up my TV. It was a great time, but obviously being part of it is completely different than just strictly a fan side like you guys right now.
So 2nd and 5. Again, handoff going more towards the top of your screen. Looks like he'll lose about.
But what did I mention earlier? They ran on first, made it manageable. Got nothing in the second on second down, which happens fairly often. 3rd down, they're not back at 3rd and 10. They're 3rd and 5. A very manageable position. And so far, Seattle's been shooting themselves in the foot. Let's see if they can stop doing that and finally stop this defender's defense. Because wow,
this is a weird scene. Nobody in the backfield for the defenders.
Watch it on the bottom. The way that defense...
Pass down at the bottom of your screen, caught by number 1, Chris Blair.
Seattle's defense was very lackadaisical on that play. They had 3 players over there. 2, sorry. And look at the spacing they give them.
Wow.
If you see me, I was pointing out bottom of the screen the moment the ball was hiked. Like, you knew they were going there.
And back to the run game. Fake handoff this time. Chris Blair again at the bottom of your screen. A little spin move to get him down for a gain of 2.
Good blocking.
XFL on TV, you guys on iPad. I love that. I wish we could get the rights for the XFL. That would be so cool, especially because it's what I want to do. That plaque back there is a sportscaster's certificate. That's what I'm going to school for. That's what I want to do. Teamu, back to pass, and it's dropped out of the hands of Blair. Targeted for the 3rd time already in this 3rd quarter. Just couldn't hang on to it with that defense backpacking him, basically.
It was a good defensive play. Got his hand in there, too. Again, number 16 came up with their first interception as well. That's right. I don't know where he is, but I know his name.
The first. Oh, yeah. Teamu in the pocket. All day in the pocket over the he's going to be looking for a flag there. And
there is.
Lucky Jackson.
We're going to see that replay because that was insanely close.
That was real.
I thought the timing was well done, but...
I thought he was hanging on him just a little.
Just a split second too early.
I love that. You watch that and everybody would be like, oh, that's real early. But it's slowed down like 100 times.
Say sped up a millisecond is not real early.
I thought he got there a little bit.
That's why it's impressive some of these refs see what they see in real time because, wow.
New set of downs for DC. Receivers everywhere.
I was going to say they're going with the
Top
Sea
of your
Dragons
screen.
lineup.
Yeah.
They did. Sea Dragons lineup. 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Lone, quarterback, and shotgun. That's Seattle's been doing all day.
Out of the reach of Ellis to the top of your screen and just couldn't get it to him. They had so many receivers, Tayama didn't know what to do. He ain't used to that. And now we have a man in the backfield.
It's 2nd and 10. It's not a run. There we go.
Stepping up. Quick pass over the middle. Caught. He'll be just shy of the first down.
Now
Riley Moore McKinney again.
Now you bring in Abram. Step up. Get under center. Let him run it
work,
in. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he picked it up, so.
First and you still.
Yeah,
I mean. Set of downs, you just let him do his
same thing. No tight end in the close formation, so it's pointing toward no run.
Tayamu and shotgun. Handoff up the middle. Let the guy work. 4 yards.
That's what I like about this team
5
too.
yards.
A lot of the NFL, they'll kind of show their hand. Put 2 tight ends in there. Okay, you got 2 tight ends in there to help you block. No tight end in sight, and they still run it up the middle like it's a power play.
Same thing for Tayamu. Got Abram Smith to his right. 2 receivers at the top, 2 at the bottom. He'll step back. Throw down to the bottom of your screen. Caught. Again, Chris Blair for a new set of downs and some. I don't know how you get more than a new set of downs, but he did.
Got 2 new sets. He got a pair of downs. It's just a great out route, too. Able to hit him as soon as he makes his cut. Keep the defender on his back. Wright's been all over people, but you get a good play like that, there's nothing you can do.
We're now at the 11-yard line. DC knocking on the door. This is territory for where that pick happened. Pressure coming. 88 goes in the air.
It's short.
He will be just short. They're going to look at that again. Because I didn't even realize that wasn't the goal line. It was the first down line.
Yeah. The first down line was literally, I think, a yard away from the goal line.
Was that Moore? Yeah, Moore.
Yeah,
McKinney.
it's short. He's going to be short.
Wow. Moore McKinney had a yard of separation between the first down and the end zone.
If he had an inch
and his
more.
back lands perfectly in between it. What a play.
The ball was in the right hand, too, to almost get across the line.
And here we go.
Abram Smith
doing work. Touchdown.
A play designed to go up the middle. He's smart enough to bounce it to the outside. He gets the touchdown.
Wow. And there it was. They let the running back do the work, picked up first downs when they needed to through the air. Beautiful drive.
Yeah. And this is why I say DC looks like the most picture-perfect NFL full team.
Wow, you say that all the time. You say pay dirt. I've never heard anybody else say it but you.
Oh, he just said it? Yeah, I thought. People are catching on.
You're watching our streams, too.
Tayamu over the middle.
Where was that ball for a long time?
The fact that he was able to thread that between 3 defenders was still pretty impressive.
That 2-point try is very unsuccessful. I shouldn't say very, because I lost the ball for 3 seconds. It disappeared. But yeah, we started calling games just because we don't like the commentating. They do say some useful things like stats that we don't know is what we pay attention to.
When you have somebody off screen feeding you these stats,
yeah, it's easy. But we started doing this because we don't like the commentating. We just thought it would be better. It's
not that we don't like the commentating, because there are certain people we could pick and choose and get a good crew. But
if I built my own crew, then yes.
Yeah, but there are certain people that are just dial tone sometimes.
Chris Collinsworth.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I don't care. I can't stand that guy. But that's just the Steelers fan of me. But we do it because obviously, if you can't tell, we have a ton of fun doing it. And it's just, we think we can bring our own spin to it. And obviously the plaque on the wall says I at least want to try to do something in the line of sports.
plaque on the wall says something. I can't read, so I don't know what it says, but
it's just fun. It's spend 3 hours,
And-
We talk about sports all day, every day anyway. Why not record
I think
it?
this comes up at least once a stream. But, I mean, ultimately, we're here doing what we like to do. Ultimately, in life, the goal is make money doing what you love to do. And if this turns into a slight paycheck eventually, that's a bonus.
One day. We'll get there one day.
That's what, I'm in no rush.
I'm not a huge fan of a lot of sports media because I don't like the clickbaity articles who, when you click on it, it doesn't even tell you what you're looking for. There's a lot of sports media that I don't like, which is why I'm going to school for it. And I will be a part of it, but I will change it. In some way, shape, or form, it will be different when I start doing it.
No, I know you guys know what we're talking about. You go on any social media, you see a headline with a link, and you're like, oh, I want to see that video or read about that. You click into it, and then you're reading for 10 minutes about something that is TMI, personally. Like, who cares? We clicked on it for this reason. It's one of those things where
ain't even in it.
You go to the comments first.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get some of those MVPs that'll just be like, okay, yeah, it was just this. Don't worry about it. Like, oh, the main premise is this. Like,
by the way, if you like reading, we also put out blogs.
Appreciate it, Lance. A hell of a guy.
Yeah, I absolutely 100% appreciate that. Sportsbeast at wixsite.com/SB21. It's a little lengthy for now until I buy the real one. But you can go check that out. We put up the videos that we put up. I haven't put up any live stream, and we also put up the blogs. There will be a shop at some point, but I just want to get you guys watching. So that's all I care about. So you can go check that out. Look at the blogs if you need to or if you want to. And the video's on there as well.
This one taken from out of the end zone. Gets it to, looks like the 20. Yeah, and shout out Ballers on a Budget. We both had a channel kind of doing the same thing. I thought, okay, anything I do for sports from now on, we can funnel over to his channel, do it together, whatever. But now Ballers on a Budget is a video game channel. NBA 2K, I'm on there with my son. Draft Turnapalooza, 3v3, street ball, computer versus computer. We're commentating. So if you guys like that, visit that.
Yeah, the commentating over there is cool. It's kind of like what we did with the Super Bowl last year. We just let it play out.
I forgot we did that.
Yeah.
There we go. And a short pass onto the left side. It's Juwan Green.
Good to see him at least catching the ball.
I was just going to say, first play, first catch on the half for him. He's smiling. That's the first time I've seen him smile today, too.
Didn't know he knew how.
Right?
He thought he left those muscles with his hands.
I got it, guys.
Beer snake looking good.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Sorry, I was going to start a sentence, but I'll let you call
It's just a chuck down the field. Oh.
He was looking up. Did you see that?
Yeah. It confused me because I didn't think the ball came down yet.
He's like, please don't be up there.
Targeted again for Green. This time not a drop.
Just in a bad spot.
He had it in his hands. Number 39 defender pulls it out.
Oh, he's mad. I was going to catch that.
Right? Stupid defender. You make me look bad. Again, shotgun. 3 to the bottom, 2 to the top. It's another deep pass. Oh,
almost picked off.
Targeted for who yet again? Green.
That was just a poorly placed ball.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first bad pass from Ben DiNucci.
It was just, I'm chucking it up, try to do something.
And again, this offense is just stuttering like I was in the first half.
If DC's offense is right where they pick up, right where they left off, this game's over with. Seattle's coming out faltering. That's 3 and out. DC's gonna be on one next drive. Watch.
Here we go. Favorite part of the game, a little bit of leg action.
Favorite part of punt.
I love punts. I went crazy for punts last year.
I like punts, but I like punts where
it's out. Oh, recovered by DC.
Got lucky. Went right through the hands of number 19 on Seattle to try to recover it. Wow. We could have had chaos. The punter almost had the fumble. How'd he even get down there that fast? What is going on?
How did he get down there that fast? What number is he?
19. Oh, it wasn't number 19.
Oh, I was going to say.
He just
33 punches it out.
19 right there. He's the one that slipped through his hand. He got down there so quick, dude. He was up like stomping, and I was like, oh, he's angry he didn't get it. That's hilarious. My new favorite punter.
But we are...
Dude's got wheels.
I do want to go to an XFL game next year.
That would be amazing.
I already talked to the kids. They want to go.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be super fun. We'll go live. We'll go live while we're at the XFL game. That would be sweet.
Go stand in front of the box that they have where they're commentating.
It's like, just do our job.
We're here! We got the losers in the back.
How mad with the XFL.
Probably kick us out.
But somebody's going to talk to me at that point.
Yeah, right. You're going to get them to come out the booth at least.
What are you doing? I just want a job.
What are you doing here? What do you want? An application.
Yeah, just that loser thing I said. Sorry.
It's like breaking into a billionaire's house.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you taking? Nothing. I just want a job. Like, oh, okay. You show up every day, you're hired.
You have to get noticed somehow.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go break into people's houses.
That's the way to get noticed.
That is not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying in a world.
Let's do it. We can go into business.
Yeah.
We can be the Sticky Bandits 2.0.
Oh, God. No, but how cool would it be to have the rights? We're just doing this while... if we had the rights, we'd have to... Our cameras would have to be in the stadium, right? Because it's ESPN cameras capturing everything, I would assume.
You wouldn't think, because we'll look at, what's his face? Kicker. Punter, I mean.
Pat McAfee?
Yeah, look at Pat McAfee.
Not know his name.
I just blanked on it. But look at him. He's not in there. He uses their footage.
But there's got to be a clause that says you're affiliated with ESPN.
Which I don't think.
Which I would.
He doesn't do too much live stuff to where you're live on scene of football. You know what I mean?
I want the
that
live
would be
stuff
nice.
too.
But I would also like just to get the permissions to use the footage. Like if we could clip up a great highlight and stuff like that and not get a mark on YouTube for it, that'd be phenomenal.
That would be cool. Beer Snake, an update on that. It's going strong, as always in DC. But yeah, that would be cool. I would like to be able to do both sides of those, the live and the kind of like the recaps and stuff.
Right.
DC going back to work, fake handoff. The ball slips out again.
Is that a fumble or an incompletion?
That ball came out quick. Fake handoff, pass over the middle, ball popped out. I don't know if he made football moves because it happened so fast.
Seattle defense got in there fast. He had to get rid of it. Lucky Jackson.
The intended receiver. Caught.
One,
two.
two.
Ball pops out like 1.5 steps.
That's
going to be close.
But he put his head down. The ball was tucked.
Thompson's still in the field.
At that point in his head, he was thinking he had it.
Incomplete pass. Abram Smith in motion to the top. Good defense.
Great defense.
Didn't hit the ball carrier, but pushing that receiver blocker back.
When you can't go through people, it's an obstacle. Abram's mad too. Bringing up 3rd and 9, about 6.5 minutes left. Seattle still down by 6. So far, DC is not in field goal range. So a stop here would be huge for Seattle.
Ball to 44.
Got pressure.
Under.
No!
Caught.
Easy.
Wow, Josh Hammond had a slide catch at the other 40. Teamu stayed in that pocket strong. I love the way he plays the pocket.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he doesn't scramble too often.
Hammond going to his knees to get that catch.
Bryce
Beautiful.
Thompson looked like he blew coverage within there. I don't know.
3 receivers, quick screen pass. It's number 7 down to the 30.
And it's Bryce Thompson with the tackle.
Did that say 7?
chugging. 7 what?
What is that? His number on his... Looked like it said 7.
Who?
Whoever caught that.
Oh, jeez.
I
don't
couldn't
know.
see that. But I don't
I
have
didn't
a
see it.
It looked like he started a little early. Teamu.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
good
Beautiful
defense.
pass. Josh Hammond again to the top of your screen.
It's Clarence Hicks getting the stop before he can get any more, keeping it on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, though. This is where Abrams' specialty. So let's look at the defense. See how the defense is really going to set up. Are they selling to stop this run? Or is that Abram right there? Oh, nope, he's out there. Okay. Yep, watch the defense. Look, it's a very close offensive formation. Defense has 2 guys stacked up on the box.
And you got a receiver downfield. Oh, I thought as a distraction. Wow, pass to the top, number 88 again, more, and he will go for 6.
It's Clarence Hicks getting the stop on the last down, but not fast enough to cover Ethan Wolf as he trots into the end. Jesus, sounds like such a diss. As he trots into the end zone.
Is that 82 or 88?
Ethan Hawke.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Oh, Wolf, I mean.
88 went that way. I thought 88 broke out and went that way.
Oh. See, and that's where they had the tight ends this time in the close formation, trying to sell the run, and then they leak out, and you get that. That's where you do the run so you have versatility and different threats. And it's good. Simple pass over the middle.
Wow. It's crazy to see how well they do on a drive.
Yeah.
When they all just literally just head down and do their job.
Seattle had their backs against the wall, like I mentioned before this touchdown. Now with this touchdown and 2-point conversion, DC pretty much pushes them through the wall. Seattle's going to have to fight against all odds to come back. And the only way they can do that, personally, is if they start getting some deep connection going. Which has been the thing missing today from Seattle.
And you can't do that if you ain't catching it.
Yeah, that's the first part of your job.
Yep. I'm saying yep, like everybody on stream can hear what they're saying.
Right. Should have bet on the defenders, right? Like easy.
Beautiful.
Like I said, you had number 9 down there. Could not keep up with the man coverage right there. And they made it look easy, but that was a good thread between 2 defenders for the conversion. The returner catches it at about the 15. He's out to the 30, weaving through about the 33, 34. It's Phillip Lindsay. Seattle's got to get something. My recommendation is you keep Lindsay out there. Put someone as a running back. Because maybe set him up to be a little chip block and then release. That gives you another option. It puts the threat back there.
And now they're down so much, you have to throw almost.
Yeah.
Not a running back in sight.
3 on top, 2 on bottom of your screen. It's a short pass, as usual, that we've seen today. It's number 80. Haven't seen Blake Jackson in a minute, but he shows up now. We're going to need all of them to show up. During kickoff, DC was favored by 2.5. Start of the second, DC moved up to 3.5. At halftime, it was a pick 'em.
Well,
like
yeah,
I said, the eye
9-9.
test knew DC was been playing better, so. Got Juwan Green in motion. Why do I always want to call him a wrong color? And now it is Veasley with the catch. Two of the people, 80 and 88, after all the drops in the first drive, they came out and sparked their touchdown.
Or did you see the way he caught that? He caught it and bear hugged it.
And then just backpedaled. Like, getting what you can. Take what you can get. I do want to pay attention to the pressure right now on DiNucci. Because, I mean, if there's not a lot of pressure, start dialing stuff up downfield.
Yeah. They're rushing quite a few.
Oh, see what I mean? They got the hands. These two people, 80 and 88, Veasley and Jackson right now have got the hands for this team. We have yet to see Josh Gordon since halftime. Green has shown nothing's changed since halftime. And then, who's the other guy that was dropping stuff? Oh, Pearson. Pearson didn't drop. He wasn't the dropper. He was the one consistent guy so far.
We thought he was the dropper.
I want to set up these offense, but it's the same offense set up every time.
Yeah.
They're just flipping to 3 and 2. And DiNucci will go down. This might be recorded as the second sack.
You better get off of it. How are you on the bottom but saying you can't get up? Did you see?
And then he just shrugged away a ref. I'm surprised there's no flag right there. Okay.
It's like they want to be so different from the NFL, like they refuse to throw flags for anything.
I know.
Oh,
DiNucci, pressure!
There's the first real sack of the game. I would call out players, but everybody from the line got it.
Yeah.
The whole team just sacked DiNucci.
DiNucci had no time whatsoever. One guy rushed in, and he was too busy trying to evade the tackle. 2 more people streamed in and picked it up. Guy came in nearly untouched, number 20. Nearly untouched. He got a little shove off, but yeah, Jamal Brooks was the main guy that broke up that. And now the returner, Puka Williams. Remember, last time we seen this punter go down and almost recover a fumble. So big moves happening from that punter. Let's see what happens now.
The only part of the team that's making moves, but...
As there is a flag, it's 3rd and 15. No flag should really make too much of a difference. And
yeah, if anything, you're just wanting to be pushed back a little.
4th and 15, not 3rd, obviously. Mainly think about you and that stupid question you asked me.
Oh, just way in the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Was that punt. Browns are going to the Super Bowl. He's an old Browns coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's Greg Williams.
He slimmed down quite a bit. Holy crap, I didn't even recognize him. And usually he has his hat off. He spikes his hair a little bit. That's weird.
He's like...
It still don't look like him, even though I know it's him. Usually he's got a goatee going.
I would have absolutely loved to have played for Greg Williams. Could have had The Rock.
Right. Jeez. The Rock could have been playing for Cleveland at a certain time. He's too busy giving people the rock bottom.
Oh, that guy's name's... Okay, never mind.
Creeping
Did you see
up.
it?
No, I didn't.
Ooh, Abram Smith brought down hard.
Goes nowhere.
And really, from here on out, if you're defenders, maybe you want to score, but at this point, it's clock management time.
Oh yeah.
You got a good lead.
It's the way they've been running. Easy for them.
If you're on defense, you just don't want to give up touchdowns.
Yeah.
Back to pass all over the hands of Blair at the bottom of your screen, bringing up 3rd and 9. Could be probably the quickest 3 and out for DC if they can't get it here. We're under a minute in the 3rd quarter to go.
3rd and 9. They're in a bad position. We haven't seen this too often from them today.
I do just want to say thank you for everybody for being here so far. I appreciate everybody being in the chat. It does make it 10 times more fun for us, as I'm sure you as well. Pressure coming in hot. Defense coming in hot. Caught by number 88 at the top of your screen. And then defenders were able to just take out his legs. Teamu holding his finger as he's walking away, though.
And this will send us into the fourth quarter. It's crazy to think that the team with 2 turnovers are also ahead by 2 possessions.
That punt happened so fast.
They do. They don't waste no time when it comes to the punts. They're like, oh, what's that, Corey and Cody? They're looking for leg action. We won't let them see it.
For anybody wondering what that is, leg action is something Cody came up with, but we both think the punters. We think the punters are more. How do I say this? We like the punters more than most people.
Yeah, there's just something about if you can pin the ball within a 5 or something, it's so incredibly impressive, and it can sometimes change the tide in games, and no one realizes that.
And nobody gives them credit for doing such a good job. But we are here to say punters are players too.
In kickers, there's 2 different types of leg action. There's points after leg action, and then there's the punt leg action, which I just like to call the hang time.
Yeah, kickers, if you're not Justin Tucker, nobody really cares about you.
It is what it is.
It's sad you have to play with him, but...
When you have a golden leg, are you looking for bronze? Like
That's true. But punting is always like, I like to see the good punts, the big punts who hang time for 5-6 seconds. It's just incredible.
Let's look at some of these...
why does it still say it's good? How long has that been up?
The whole stream is good.
Yeah.
After halftime, we'll dive into the drive possession times because, like Corey just mentioned, DC wants to take time away. This is the quickest 3rd and out we've seen them have all day. Was right there. Seattle's getting the ball back going into the 4th, right? Yeah, the punt just happened. Yes.
Just happened. And by comparison, we the last game we called was, who was it? The Battlehawks and somebody, where they, what was it? The Sea Dragons, where the whole first quarter there was 2 drives.
Oh yeah.
One had one drive, the other had the other. It was like 2.5 drives.
Yeah, they started the 3rd drive, but.
And that's what you're looking for if you're here, if you're DC right now.
Yeah, if you got the ball for 8 minutes on offense, you know you're moving somewhere.
Yeah.
But after halftime, DC got the ball first. 11 plays, 78 yards, 5.5 minutes resulted in a touchdown. Seattle came back, got the ball, 3 and out, 2-minute time. DC comes, gets it, scores another touchdown, this time off of 6 plays. 56 yards in only 2.5 minutes. So, I mean, you're in the 3rd quarter. You never say you went too fast in the 3rd quarter. You scored too fast. But that gave the ball right back to Seattle. It only took them 5 plays to finally give the ball right back to DC. And here we sit. DC, the quickest 3 and out, 1.5 minutes. Which is probably, if I go back and look, other than Seattle leading into halftime, it is the fastest possession or drive of the day outside of the 1 play interception from Teamu to right. So, I mean, DC's doing 10 times better holding on to the ball. That last drive was an anomaly within the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Odds are Seattle will dud out right here anyways. Odds are.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get anything, and not even going for them. They haven't been able to get it right.
Yeah.
They've been able to get it going.
The things that are going toward them, the ball, they drop it.
And I think, honestly, it all starts with the run game. You cannot be one-dimensional in a game. I don't care if it's the NFL, the XFL, the USFL. minor league youth football. You can't be one-dimensional.
No. Like I said, and then that makes the defender's game plan so much easier. Okay, you're eliminating...
You now have to do half the work.
Exactly. You're eliminating half of the game by not running it.
Yeah, I don't care if you're good at it, you're bad at it.
Something we noticed from the very first couple plays. Seattle's running a non-stop lone man shotgun quarterback 3-2. And then now, since that beginning, they've just been flipping where the receivers go, and that's literally it. There is a penalty on Seattle, which is somehow going to put DC at 4.5 yards to gain.
You have the best running back in the entire XFL.
So scratch that. This might not be a 3-and-out for DC. And Seattle continues to shoot themselves in the foot. You'd think that gun they have, they're shooting themselves with, would be all out of bullets. Jeez, we've seen it so many times already today. DC looks like they're going to stop them. Nope, there'll be a flag that helps them.
Wow.
The third time today. 12 men on the field. I bet you go over to that sideline and look at the coach, and he has chunks of hair ripped out.
I bet you Aaron Rodgers is taking this tape, and he's just... He ain't taking he's taking it to his bedroom with him.
Yeah.
He's like, man, they're doing exactly what I made a living doing.
Yeah, no doubt.
I love it.
He came out of darkness and he's seen the XFL running his stuff.
This is why he came out.
Heard you guys are running my plays. Doing the Aaron Rodgers specialty. The only we haven't seen, which Seattle will be the one to do it, which is just a prayer, Hail Mary,
yep.
and get it. That's another phenomenal Aaron Rodgers play. Aaron Rodgers is one of the only quarterbacks as well that will see a flag early on within the snap and then think, oh, free play downfield. One of the only quarterbacks that take advantage of that
anymore.
anymore.
You do have to give it to him. He was very good at doing that.
Which the NFL...
12 men on the field to hurry up and snap it.
Yeah.
He was the best at doing that.
You're on offense. You control the pace.
Yeah. Yeah, stop waiting for defense to get ready.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Like, hey, they're not set. Let's go. Let's go. Same backyard football where we're like, hold on, we're not ready.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So half a yard to go. Te'amu moving up under center, looking for...
Oh!
Did he jump?
Looks like Seattle literally tried to stomp on the football.
Did Te'amu just get him with the hard count? And now Seattle's getting real chippy.
Oh, yeah. They know they've lost. With a whole quarter left.
Let's go. Wow.
They fire another one from the chamber, right into their own thigh.
What a great sell by Te'amu.
Yes, Te'amu comes from shotgun, goes right under center, looking to hurry things up, and then that's
hit him
when...
with the hard count.
It looked like 3 different linemen encroached on that play.
And now they got a new set of downs.
All right, so scratch that. This is not the quickest play of the game, aside from their interception.
Trip receivers at the bottom. Te'amu with a keeper, and he'll gain about 5 yards.
Te'amu, smooth decision too. Seeing the ends collapsing, stepped up, went right through the middle. Smart move.
Not hesitating on it.
Oh God, which way am I gonna run? The way they're letting you
Just
run.
making up his mind, seeing the field, getting after it. 2nd and 5. I don't even know where they are because there's so much time. Oh, they're on the 45, the other 45.
Yep. Almost in leg action range.
Same formation as literally last play. Fake handoff, over the middle, caught Josh Hammond for a new set of downs.
DC's going to milk away.
This is what you do. You do not take a shot downfield.
Yep. You become farmers at this point.
Unless you're certain. Because another score ain't going to hurt.
Oh, yeah. No, not at all. Unless there's like a defender that slips and he's wide open or
Unless
something.
it's a free play. I wouldn't take a shot downfield.
Which is shocking me they're not using Abram too much. I mean, I'm sure Seattle's probably gunning downhill to stop it. See, look how they're setting it up. They got 5 on the line, 3 above.
Ball to 39.
And
Little
just
read
waiting.
option.
Oh,
Abram
and that's
Smith
where they go to the
breaks
outside.
out to the top. He'll gain 3 or 4.
DC.
Oh! Abram Smith is down.
You don't like to see that.
He's clutching that back hamstring.
They say you can't tell what's injured. It's definitely his right leg. Is it his knee? Is it his hammy? I mean, it could be if
Both
it's
hands
an
look
ACL
like
or
it
anything
went
like
back.
that. Yeah.
Oh, and he did. We've literally defender just rode on the back of his legs.
Yeah.
Like it was a jet ski.
Rode him like a ski-doo.
He's up jumping around,
I
though.
was wondering what was going on.
Look like you got a pogo stick?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's the only form of transportation in this.
My physical therapist tells me to do this 3 times a day.
The ball at the 36 for DC. Got a man in motion. He looks him off.
He's
Tatum
got
in the
time.
pocket. On the other top of your screen, overthrown to 88. Flag on the play.
It was one of the first drops we've seen, and it looks like it's going to be roughing the passer.
And Te'amu holding that pinky still. Are we really going to see another Seattle flag?
The way these refs are firing flags out of their waist, man. Just like, geez. Surprised they don't have, like, on tennis, there's a ball boy that fetches the ball. A guy fetching the flags that they throw.
Oh, here we go. What are we seeing here? He scrambles.
Throw. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Way late.
A good 3 steps, head down, knew he didn't have the ball.
You know how, like, the quarterback, like, jogs off because he's done with the play? He has no effect on it? He's jogging off and boom! It's hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, this game's getting drawn out. Te'amu went to the...
Was that Te'amu going in? He's
I
going
don't
to
know.
get that. He was holding his pinky on the last one. I think.
Who we seen come in? Derek King or...
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy?
Derek King. It's probably Jeremy.
I'm saying Jeremy.
Hickenbottom? I haven't...
Hickbottom.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Hickenbottom.
adding syllables. But yeah, right here. See? He's shaking off that hand.
Oh, yeah.
Gripping that pinky. He's probably going to get it taped up. And I mean, at this point, you have how close you are.
Beer snake. It's almost at the top.
I think it is.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, they're curving. They're curling now. I've seen them disassemble it a couple times so far today. It's getting too long. We need a curve here.
I can't see the number, but I think that's King. Be a handoff
Number
up the middle.
3,
That's
King.
crazy. The 2 players that you count on most on the same,
Out.
almost the same play.
Another flag.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
What?
DJ Cali there somewhere. Another one.
I'll bring you out, Pete. You've been working hard.
All right, geez. I had leg day today, too. Clearly, Pete, the way he's running back and forth.
He's doing legs and arms.
That's true.
Oh, with the hit. And he's
They're
making
just
sure
getting
to point
mad.
it out.
Oh, yeah. They're just getting frustrated. They're ready to go home. They know their season's done.
Yeah, you get it. It's a big game. You didn't perform like you thought you were going to.
Yeah. Look, dude, I went and seen a physical therapist the other day, and they taped up my knee. They wanted to move my patella this way a little bit. I was like, really? That's what's wrong?
What a long drive after we thought it was a...
Yeah. This drive,
They punted!
not time-wise, because the clock's been stopping every 5 seconds, but this drive alone is longer than that damn snake in the stadium. First and goal, and they still are going to come away with some type of points. 12 penalties for Seattle Sea Dragons, 116 yards, 3 for 25 for DC.
Got a handoff bouncing to the bottom of your screen. That's number...
Oh, he's short.
Oh, wow.
Just short.
How did I get up?
Which isn't a bad thing, because this is another
It's
30
not
seconds
bad at
off
all.
the clock.
I would have went down, yeah.
If I was DC, I'd be kneeling it right now, to be honest. Like, I mean, that's what... Come bringing up second down, kneel it. That's another 30 seconds. Third down, Try to get what you can get. That's another 30 seconds. That's another minute off of this clock. And then the 30 seconds leading into your field goal if they don't take any timeouts. That's what I would do. I mean, I'm sitting here, so if that tells you anything.
The handoff up the middle.
Oh, good!
After the spin move.
They're trying to say his knee went down early, but there's no way.
No way. What is that guy?
Right? There ain't no way you bought those wigs there. Up the middle, jump, spin.
Oh, yeah, he's way in.
And by the time his feet or knee did touch the ground, his
his
upper half is way into the end zone.
His feet came down first, yeah.
Got people headbanging everything.
Oh, they're throwing lemons.
I was wondering what the dude was throwing.
I don't know why.
I was going to say, why is that a thing? We mentioned this weeks ago about we seen the lemon.
It was like one of the first games.
Yeah. We seen Lemon Gate number 1. Now we're on Lemon Gate number 4.
It's a 1-point try up the middle. Easy. Touchdown.
Abram Smith is back.
You had to take 2 plays off. Lemons all over the field.
That's dangerous. You can blind someone. Just the juices getting hurled around.
Well, they did that when Buffalo was playing.
Lemons?
Well, it wasn't lemons. It was snowballs. Like,
for
some
I
reason,
remember
Buffalo
the
would
snowball.
score, and then they would pelt all their players with snowballs.
They had to literally stop and make an announcement to the stadium to stop throwing
If you
snowballs.
don't do it again, we're penalizing them. Like,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
I would...
How are my fans getting me penalized?
Whoever Buffalo was playing against, that coach, that minute I would have made a call. Be like, yo, get in the stadium, start throwing fucking snowballs.
I need Buddy the Elf here.
But yeah, you best believe, if they're getting penalties for what's happening in the stadium, I'm going to have a double agent on that stadium. Be like, go Bills!
Yeah, I don't know.
An agent provocateur.
That's funny.
How has no coach done that, dude? I'm shocked. Bill Belichick.
Belichick ain't done
Yeah,
that.
I was going to say, Belichick finds a loophole every other year, so it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, his off season is just figuring out what kind of gate he can get into next.
We did this and did this. They did this. Well, how would we be stopped? That's his whole game plan.
Like,
how can they stop us?
How much would I be fined? 2,000? That ain't bad.
It's worth a ring.
We'll do it. We'll do it week 1.
I'll pay $2,000 for a ring. Okay.
Oh god, that's funny. Oh god.
Ugh.
This game has honestly taken a turn after halftime.
This game should be over if not for these penalties.
That's true. It was 9-9 going into half, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's why I said that's where the MGM had it as a pick'em.
Yeah.
No way. If you watch this game, nobody had that as a pick'em.
So within the fourth quarter just started.
Yeah.
So within 17 minutes, they've scored. What is that?
3, because it was 9-9.
3.
No,
It's
3 touchdowns. Oh, it's not. I can't count like that because it's not the NFL anymore.
I gotta do. That's 21 points.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns.
Oh yeah.
That's why I meant like.
Well, it's different. Though,
That's why I said I can't count it like that because you don't know what they went for extra.
Got the touchdowns with the extra points in the NFL.
Right. But yeah, 3 touchdowns in the second half. And 2 of those
in the third quarter.
2 of those scores were directly contributed by Seattle's fouls, penalties, whatever you want to call them. Just crazy.
Right. This one blew my mind though. They punted the ball away.
It was already a foregone conclusion. Seattle's on offense, and then all of a sudden, wait a minute, DC's 4th and inches.
Just wait. This is the longest we've seen a kicker.
I was about to say that. They've been quick with everything so far except for this. Boom, at about the 10. Bring it out. He's at the 20. Slides down about the 24. Philip Lindsay.
Well, why don't you be more happy about it there, Al Michaels.
I didn't even hear him.
I was talking to you. Boom. About to 10. Philip Lindsay, it's the third time he's touched the ball.
Right. That's what we don't like. That was a perfect example of what we could be, but we're not.
Yeah. You just said the most in your sentence was boom.
Boom. This is football. All right, three at the bottom, 2 at the top. Obviously, no one back there with him. Ball's hiked. DC's only rushing 3, so DiNucci's going to have a lot of time. Ball thrown away.
And then you got that stupid defender stance, who was like, "I made a play." Ball was 6 feet over the.
I was about to say, you mean an overthrow?
I hate that.
But yeah, this is where it gets easy for DC, though. Seattle hasn't ran at all. They've never even put anyone in the backfield before, so they know what they're going to run. Right? He's like, how do I line him up? How do I line him up?
Googling formations.
Exact same setup as last play. DC's going to rush 4 this time, and it's a deep attempt. It was overthrow, but I mean, even with the trip up, even without the trip up, I don't think Jackson's getting
without
to it.
the trip up, I think it's 2 yards over his head.
Yeah.
That was like 7.
Right. They're targeting deep. They're doing what they have to do. But now it's easy for DC because now DC only has to rush 3 or 4. Everyone else just drop back and play the sticks.
Play coverage, yeah. You don't even care about the sticks at that point.
No, you don't care if they get a first down. What's going to result in a first down so far?
Oh, they're rushing everybody now.
It's third down. They want to speed them up. This way, it forces them to the throw before they get to the sticks.
Yeah. 4th and 4, the quickest drive of the game.
We thought last drive was the quickest. It turned to be one of the longest. Now this, for sure, was the quickest. And it's a 39 total. The over's still possible.
Yeah, absolutely is. This is the longest second half of my life.
We were busting that total after the first quarter.
A little bit of leg action from Seattle. Caught at about the 14. Still on his feet to the 30. 35. Maybe about the 34 and a half. DC takes over. At this point, you keep it on the ground.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
There's no Abram Smith out. And whoever number 14 is, because they said they just signed him. I don't have him on here.
Yeah, he's been in for a couple runs.
You keep him on the ground. Even if you have to punt it away. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're doing great on defense. Seattle's doing good enough on their own, not getting anything done. So you're not scared. You're not scared of anything.
Yeah, Seattle's doing a good job beating themselves.
And how do teams lose all the time? They play scared. How do teams lose the lead? They play scared.
That's why
DC's not going to lose the lead.
That's why one of my favorite sayings is, don't underestimate a team with nothing to lose. So in the NFL, the Lions.
Yeah.
When their season's over, or even the Guardians in the XFL this year, when their season's already over, they no longer have to play scared because they got nothing to lose. So they can Hail Mary 4 plays in a row because at that point, who cares?
Yeah, then that's how Seattle should be playing with nothing to lose.
You're in the playoffs. You have nothing to lose. You've had a great season, a phenomenal season.
Right.
And now you have to play exactly like you have nothing to lose. I think that's the only way to play in the playoffs.
Yep. And DC's a cool, calm, collected team.
It's just tough. You're playing. You have to play with nothing to lose, but you're also playing a team that's the most well-rounded.
Yeah.
It's
not going to be easy. That's for sure. No
matter how you play it.
It's not. Tough. Hey, we can just sling it out there and we'll do something. Yeah. No, that's not how we've been seeing it. It's not how it's been working for 3 quarters.
It all started with no catches. From if you're catching the ball early on and picking up maybe a couple of those first downs, your momentum and your morale doesn't drop as far. And I think it all stems from that first drive.
Oh yeah,
which puts the defense on the field longer than they have to be, tires them out, which is why now it's so easy to score on them pretty much.
Yeah, so
and
many
now
drops.
They gotta pull and poke, and they're getting antsy. It's just the perfect alignment of disruption for the defenders right now.
All right.
It's like they can do no wrong, and Seattle can do no right.
Yeah. They want to, they just can't do it.
And they've had promise. I mean, DiNucci's the best quarterback in the league, regardless of who he's
And
playing.
I love how they're interviewing DiNucci, knowing he's got 8 minutes or so, 9 minutes until they're completely out of here. And they're interviewing him on the sideline. I love the XFL. Holy total yards from Seattle, 138 in the first half to 24 in the second half.
24 total yards. Well, and again, you still have a whole quarter to play, basically.
Yeah.
Little 2-yard run up the middle from Abram Smith. And again, you got another game to play after this. I think you take him out. You sit Te'amu.
Oh yeah, you sit. Get Abram Smith out of the game.
Okay. De'Aaron King is out. De'Aaron King is in. But I still don't like the fact, especially with him almost hurting himself.
Yeah.
I still think you take out Abram Smith as well.
Oh yeah. I think if this is a decently long drive, this will be the last time we see him, though. There's no way.
Look, I love this formation. I don't know what it is. Exactly what happened on the other play. Te'amu took it out. This time, De'Aaron King attempts to take it out. He picks up only a gain of 1.
De'Aaron King is more of a running quarterback too, so we should see. They're going to try to keep it on the ground. They got a running quarterback in there. They're going to design some stuff for it.
That's why they complement themselves. It makes me think of the Saints, how they used to swap out quarterbacks from Taysom Hill. Because you're right, he does do better on the ground. He does do better with his legs. And Te'amu, I already praised him once, plays the pocket like a beast.
He's got that PP down, that pocket presence.
Pass, top of your screen, caught at the line. Are they going to give him...
No,
it'll be 1 yard shy.
Yeah, I'll say they should bring up like 4th and 1.
What? I don't want to say it out loud, but what is that picture?
I don't know.
Oh, it's his. Is that his jersey from last week or something?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, they just gave him a jersey with no nameplate.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a different number too.
Yeah. Found this one on the seat of my car. Leg action. They're not even going to try it to gain that 1 yard. Leg action for DC. Big booming kick. Just a hair too short.
Right. Bring it back 3 or 4 feet, and you guys would have seen exactly why we love the Bucks.
We would have been going crazy.
Yeah, that's true. This table would have been flipped. The stream cuts off instantly.
Yeah, that's funny. So, I mean, at this point, unless something crazy happens, looks like Arlington will be playing DC.
Oh yeah.
In the XFL Championship game.
Look at that
Beer
snake.
going strong. They should measure it after every game and see which game
I
was the
think
longest.
they should do the math and see how much beer was drunk just between all those cups. How many gallons of beer was in all these cups? Got a man in motion, Juwan Brown in motion. They said, nope, not him, not today. They're going to the dude who has hands, and it's Veasley. Veezy. I've been saying Veasley like,
I thought you
like
were.
Vic Beasley.
Yeah.
Or Michael Beasley.
Yeah.
There's so many Beasleys. This one's Veasley.
No, it's not.
Felsey? What is it?
There's no L.
I forgot instantly.
It's Veezy, like living
Veezy. Easy Veezy, lemon squeezy. As Pearson
Easy.
catches the ball to the right and then trips himself up for 3 yards.
Easy peasy, lemons on the feet.
Dude, I'll do that. I'll do that with UFC all the time because UFC has some crazy names too. Obviously,
yeah.
You got Brazilian fighters, Russian, everywhere. Yeah, and I'll have his name down. I'll hear the commentator say it so much, I'll have it down in my head. And then the first time I try to tell someone like, "Oh yeah, it was this guy," and you're just like, "I'm gonna butcher it." I forget how they were saying it. I forget how I had it in my head, dude. And I'll just butcher it.
On those tough names, I usually write out like the definite, like how the dictionary
Yeah.
has like that pronunciation thing.
Z. Blake Jackson was in motion. 2 to the bottom. They're targeting. Wide open!
Brown McGee gets a touchdown.
Brown catches this one. Green catches this one. Jeez.
You were so confident.
Since the first quarter.
I was like, yes, you did.
I've been making that mistake since the first quarter, dude.
Oh, God. That just makes me think. Makes me think of that UPS commercial. What can Brown do for you?
Brown can do this.
He give me a touchdown. That's funny.
Still not a complete makeup for the drops earlier, but better. And right now the total is sitting at 45. Pending 2 points. He's got a guy over to the right side of the field. He's not even looking.
He'll throw it away.
He was wide open, just standing there.
I just want to shout out somebody from the chat. I don't know if you're still here. Lance Dominguez, because you came into this chat for the first time with a banger of a joke.
Jesus.
Like, we've never talked, never said anything, but you came into this chat with a banger of a joke.
We now know if you want to interrupt the stream, drop a joke in the chat. We'll stop and cry for a couple.
But that became one of the most active, him and this Patrick person, became the most active people in the chat.
Right.
Like, I just want to shout you all out and say I appreciate it. And you said you subscribed. You're a legend in my book.
MVP, bud. MVP. There's the color. Freaking. I always confuse people who have colors as their last name. I do the same thing with Draymond Green as well.
And Draymond Yellow out there putting up points.
Draymond Green, Jeff Green, dude, it's Draymond Yellow, dude.
He bounces up to the top of the screen. Oh, and he goes airborne, brought down at about the 33-yard line.
6 minutes left in this game. Seattle down by 15. You got to get DC off the field quick here.
That's why I like this league, because this isn't a crazy comeback.
No.
Your defense, if you come away with a turnover, you're back in the game. I'm not even talking like if your defense, in one of these next few plays, they pick it off, force a fumble, and you are able to score quick, you're back in here.
Especially with the onside rule.
Yes. Derek King, fake handoff over the middle.
Great defense.
Body slam. Looked like you got RKO'd.
Bryce Thompson has had his ups and downs throughout this whole game.
Intended receiver Josh Hammond is what it looked like. Took a stone cold stunner.
Yeah, it looked like. But Bryce Thompson, he's been left in the dust for a touchdown. He's been the one guy helping stop a touchdown. That first drive, it was him on the coverage. And then he's had some good deflection. So he's had some big ups and downs in this game. But I think
we'll see DC's first timeout of the half.
Oh, yeah. Turning it on too late. It's weird DC's taking the timeout.
Yeah. Like I said, it's with the way this is set up, comebacks are easy. Oh, they're looking at that play.
Oh, early.
He did get there early.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to look at that much. What do you...
Good challenge. DC's
Are they
challenging
seeing it?
this.
Oh, they
saying
are.
pass interference or holding or whatever you want to call it. DC's going to get this.
This should be a pass interference. It's outside of 5 yards. Full
But
contact
pass interference
before
is
the ball.
holding. Yeah, it depends on when the ball is out of the quarterback's hands. Because if it's in the hands, it's holding. If it's out
Pass
of the
interference.
quarterback's hands, it's pass interference.
The officials are just waiting for an answer. Apparently, we are restarting the fourth
We
quarter.
go back to 50 minutes. Let's go.
We're restart. We don't know what's going on. Let's restart the quarter.
I said put 10 seconds on the play clock, not 10 minutes on the game.
They did too. Reset the play clock. 10 minutes.
Restart the game. We're doing it over.
Rep just comes up. Run it back.
We are, if it's right, 5 minutes. Did that change colors too? They had a background to it? The clock? Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah, they.
I was going to say.
Wow.
We are 5 minutes to go left in the game. DC 30, Seattle 15. DC did win that challenge. Oh, I forgot to bring Pete out for it, but he's here. It'll be a handoff up the middle.
Pete's icing his
I
legs.
didn't get that. Could you try again?
I said Pete's icing his legs.
Even Siri wants in on the chat.
Go comment on the stream, dude.
Oh, that's hilarious. Obviously, winner of this game moves on to the championship game against the Arlington Renegades. And I'm going to have to pay attention to this one. I don't know if it's played at a neutral site.
You think
or
it
if
would
it's a
be.
home field.
You know what I mean?
XFL
One game.
different, yeah.
Yeah. If it was a series, it'd be different, but.
That would be cool. 2nd 8. Derek King caught this weird snap.
Oh.
Overthrown.
He really
Lucky
wanted
Jackson.
Lucky.
Lucky Jackson had the speed. He was just a hair overthrown.
The defender there was probably about 2 or 1.5 feet of separation between the defender on his back. So I mean,
It was a good option.
it looked good. Just weird. You
Had
see
a
a team
little
like
too
this
much juice on
that
it.
needs to tick the time away, and they're throwing it too.
Well, I mean, if you score, either way, it's a win-win.
Which is weird. After an incompletion, the clock is still going.
Yeah, they don't stop it every time.
Okay, so that changes things quite a bit then.
Over the middle.
Ooh, and Hammond gets
Wow.
hit hard, so hard it injures the tackler, Elijah Holder.
Yeah, he gets up. He's like, I'm out, coach.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done. I'm done tackling this hard for nothing.
I'm gonna go find those hands. Have them ready for next season.
Yeah.
Good hit. I don't like that shoulder tackle though.
No,
he did.
usually
He
they
wrapped him
bounce
up a
right
little
off.
more, yeah.
Encroachment.
Free play. Go deep.
Do the Aaron Rodgers.
You're going to get a bunch of yards, and you do. Caught over the middle. That's
Blair.
number 1, Chris Blair. Haven't seen him in a while.
Wow.
Got the defense to jump. Got a free play out of it. And you still made a big play out of it.
The trifecta.
You literally could not go wrong with that play.
No. Okay, not encroachment. It was offsides.
So he was dang near touching the quarterback. Before he's like,
Yeah.
oh, God. He got,
Shouldn't be here. And then he stops playing. He doesn't even play the rest of the play.
yeah, I mean, at that point, you're like, oh, whatever. Is that the OC? He looks pretty happy.
I'd be dancing already. 3 minutes. Up
3
by
minutes
15.
to go. Yep, new set of downs on the 30.
Yeah, I'd say you're getting some type of points out of this.
Be a handoff up the middle.
Smith is still
Dan
out
Abrams
there.
Smith. Why are you still in the stadium, let alone the game?
Trying to get him his burn. How many attempts does he have right now? That may be a big
All of them?
All of them but like 4. Because they did have his backup plan for
the Dragons
a couple
just
runs.
take a timeout.
Did they really?
Yeah. Like, all right, well, we're going to dial it up here.
Right. Yeah. It's kicking it overdrive, fellas.
We are just inside of 3 minutes. 2 minutes, 58 seconds left to play. That beer snake. Oh, he fumbles the beer. Oh, they're throwing it.
Oh, they're pitching the beer snake.
Hey, at least they're not like
Leaving
dumb about it and just leaving.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
where you
that
get
guy-
your beer snake taken away.
He just threw a cup, but yeah.
It's true. Luckily, there's nothing in it. If for being an empty cup, that floated down pretty good.
I mean, you're also pretty high up there.
True, I don't know the
It's-
angle,
you
the
go
downward
down,
angle.
You're stumbling along.
I was gonna say, if you fall, it's like a snowball down the hill. Like you're collecting people, and
honestly, that I thought they just left it, but
he dropped his glasses into the trash and had to dig them out. That's amazing.
like I always thought they just left the beer snake.
I gotta
For them to
find these
actually throw it
glasses,
away,
or we're not getting home.
For people to be responsible, that's actually shocking.
Well, they probably left it once or twice, and they're like, "Listen, we're gonna do away with the beer snake if you guys don't start cleaning
Didn't
up."
he get that?
It looked like 1
Caught
foot.
on the side.
What's the rules there?
16. It's 1 foot.
There we go.
Down. I just found that out a couple weeks ago.
Nice. Yeah. See, both come unplanted.
Oh,
One,
yeah.
and technically two. He got a wrist in. Yeah.
DC firing on all cylinders. Even still, they
They're
don't
go-
even need to be.
They're gonna walk through Arlington like Salone doors, just
Salone door.
Salone, whatever you want to call it.
Sylvester
The,
Stallone.
the ones that are split in the middle. You kick it open. You walk in there with your
Abram
spurs.
Smith. This is where I do not like it because Seattle's got nothing to lose. They're looking to hit you hard.
I was gonna say I'd be throwing punches.
Exactly. Like, who cares if they find your season's over?
Camera's not on me.
See Dragons timeout. At least they're playing like they're still in it, and they just haven't given
Yeah.
up.
Well, they say if you lose a game by that much and you have your timeouts, you're done. Like
Yeah.
you didn't even try. Captain of the beer snake, the slayer of the beer snakes.
One of them, there was a dude who was like being celebrated, like he was like, I'm coming to DC, and we're doing it, like, so he was like known for it, like to be a fan.
He orchestrates the beer snake creation through the whole thing.
Yeah, like if he goes to every home game, like he's the dude doing it.
Hurry up! Here's another empty.
Yeah.
Get it to our anchor.
It's crazy because you're not allowed to pass, like what they're doing. You can't do to build it. You can't pass cups through sections. So they have like attendants that walk through and collect cups
collect
and
your
bring
empties.
them.
I would love to be that guy.
Yeah.
Give me your empties.
Empties, I got empties here.
Right.
Yeah, because you're not trying to sell nothing.
Exactly. Just get a fucking volley of cups your way when you ask for them.
14, he hit a spin move and break out to the outside. And a stiff arm, just hitting all the buttons on the controller.
Right.
Let's go, Harris.
Somebody switched it to rookie difficulty.
Yeah, whose brother's playing? Hit him with the dead leg next play.
And they're 11 yards out from scoring. Clock should be stopped, getting tackled out of bounds. What, we got 2 minutes left?
Just over 2 minutes to play. I mean, here, they have no timeouts. You could get a new set of downs, kneel it out, and then just give them the ball back, to be honest.
Yeah, no one's expecting.
Because I'm just worried about, I don't know how the fans are. I know how they are in the NFL, where if you're like running up to score, game's already over and he scored.
Yeah.
Like people get
frown
kind of
upon
salty
type
about
stuff.
it. If you don't want scored on, get better.
That's how I say in the NBA, some people like 35 seconds left, you're up by 20, you should just hold on to the ball.
You should turn it over, yeah.
Yeah. You're like, no, I'm going to score. You don't want me to score? Stop me.
Yeah, you don't want scored on, get better.
We always get told the game is over
it's
at the
bad
end of the whistle.
It's bad in baseball, too, yeah. He hit a home run when we were down by 10. Stop pitching then.
Right? Right?
Forfeit. Like, come on.
Lay your glove down, walk off the mound.
I'm not giving you a...
Like,
I'm not watching you.
sauced.
He's trying to find a ball.
He's staring down that camera, too. Like, you shouldn't have been.
14 touchdown, baby!
The over!
Oh!
The over!
Wow. We counted that out.
Yeah,
so
we
early.
did. We did.
And thanks to DC, it hit.
This is what sucks, because if you had the under, you're livid. You're livid. You're yelling, that's unsportsmanlike. Like,
those are the fans. Yeah.
You need to get these people out of the league.
Wow.
You know somebody on DC had the over.
Yeah.
That's funny. 9 plays, 67 yards, and nearly 4 minutes of hold time.
And DC is still throwing lemons. Where do you get lemons?
A full lemon at that. That could be dangerous. It's an assault lemon. See, no one's even trying anymore.
Yeah, I say Derek King already called touchdown. He just let it out of his hand.
Yeah. Let's go!
Yeah, here, I think even if you're Seattle, you down it.
Yeah. You just understand that it's not possible.
It's over, yeah. Was that half eaten? Why is the cameraman holding the lemon?
I don't know.
He's like trying to chase him down and give it to him.
Yeah, or somebody was following the cameraman, like, take this.
Yeah.
He had an interview with this
It's like
lemon.
he was holding the camera and a lemon.
Yeah.
That's funny. Good job on DC. Obviously, I try to stay impartial. I just want to see good games, but good job for DC for staying true to what they've done all year.
Yeah.
Win this on the back or in the hands of your running back. And obviously pick up the plays you need to through the air.
Now think about this. 2 interceptions. Not watching this game, who had those 2 interceptions? You'd think Seattle.
Seattle. You think they'd have a lot more than 15 points right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Seattle just clobbered one of his own players.
Philip Lindsay's like, I'm only here. This is my last game here.
This is the most yards a running back has seen all game.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you look at any stat sheet, you see 2 interceptions, you think it's going to be one-sided, and the winner.
But you also scroll down, you see all the penalties that came.
The drops.
Yeah.
The time of possession.
What is that guy doing?
I was wondering the same thing.
He's like trying to armpit fart in reverse.
Yeah! Let's get it.
So we're pretty much done with this. Score I didn't even change because I was just
right.
enjoying the game. I don't even know what it is.
Arlington versus DC. I think it's 46, 47, 48
See what
to
that
15.
No, I think it's like 39. I'll change it just for this. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think it's 39 though.
$15 to 37.
Is that updated?
Fourth, 1st and 10 on Seattle's 36.
Yep, 36.
What button did you press to do that?
Command R. It's like
Refresh.
yeah.
So that's what sucks. Command is in the replace of control on
Yeah,
my normal computer.
pretty much.
That's what confuses me.
Yeah.
Like Control C. Maybe that's not copy anymore.
But yeah, DC pretty much has this one, and they've been playing phenomenal. A lot better in the second half, obviously.
Yeah, it was a game of halves, and then that's the biggest thing that bugs me today is the trend of that line for DC. It started out the game as 2. Into the first quarter, it became DC favored by 3.5. And then at halftime, when it was tied, it was 9-9. If you watched the game, no one would have said that was still a pick-em. Everyone would have said DC's favored. They're playing better. They've got their stuff going already.
Yeah, if you're watching the game, you say DC's the better team there right now.
And that's where I hate. It's a love-hate with that word, the eye test. Like people, when they love Jordan so much, they always say like, "Oh, there's nothing like the Jordan eye test." Being in the moment and everything, and seeing him play, not just the phenomenal stats he had. The reason he's the GOAT is because his rings and the eye test. He was just so much better than everyone around him. But That's the first time I'm having to use the eye test word. Is that right there? Because I seen that line and I was like, no. There's a flow of the game you can feel while you watch it, and it definitely wasn't leaning toward Seattle at all in this game. From the first drop.
From very first drive with all the drops, we knew where this was going. I didn't think it'd be like this.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
we knew it was
going into halftime, we were saying DC just got to keep doing what they do. Seattle's got to pick it up, and it was a tie game.
Yeah.
So I mean, that tells you everything. That lets you know the people that make these football lines, they're not watching the game as it goes.
It's all spreadsheets and numbers.
Yeah. So I mean, like that. If I was betting on this game, I would have seen that line and I would have jumped on it and bet a ton of money for DC to win by at least 3. Because it's better than a pick-em. My odds would have been improved and everything like that. But
I still wouldn't have taken the over, though. I
No,
didn't think they were going to put up this many points.
after the first quarter, I would have taken the over. Halftime, not a chance. Yeah, I'll be surprised if they score here, though. I will be.
Honestly, I don't know if I would be. Because you're just basically playing relaxed defense.
Yeah, there's nobody on defense going to be hitting hard.
Yeah. You can still call the game, though.
All right, 3 up top, 2 on bottom as he's got all the time in the world. Looks like it might be a hold in the back. This is an egregious overthrow. 2-on-1 downfield and overthrown. They got to dial something up more than just run deep.
The longest pass he's thrown all day.
Yeah. It looked like they just wanted Josh Gordon go deep, do what you've been doing for years. Yeah.
Put your hands up at least.
Do the best thing you usually do, have done in the NFL. Just run deep and get the ball.
Danucci's stats, though, aren't bad. Almost 260 yards.
Yeah. Great one-handed catch by Green.
By someone who hasn't been able to catch the ball all day. And you said his name right?
Yeah, I know. I was about to say that too. I'm locked in. Minute 19 left. Somebody went searching and found at least one of his hands.
I say he hasn't been able to catch with 2 hands all day.
Maybe that's what is needed. One hand.
Yeah, I mean, if you're DC, you let them score so the clock, or let them pick up that first down.
Yeah.
So that the clock keeps running.
Which it didn't keep running.
Oh, it didn't. Yeah, it
does that
so
all
weird.
the time.
Yeah.
All the time it does that. I'm always just like, excuse me? Looking at the clock like, what? Are we taking a couple extra seconds here? Like, Danucci over to the left side. Hits it. Haven't seen him all day. Kelvin McKnight.
Well, you literally have not said that name?
Nope.
Once.
It's the first time I seen his number all game. I was like, wait a minute. It's not the usual tight ends. Oh, well, he's a receiver anyways.
I hope so. That's who he threw it to.
I figured he'd be a tight end. He looked pretty big.
Oh.
Like VZ. VZ looks like a tight end. He's not. He's a receiver. They don't have a tight end on this team, it says.
You're right.
Yeah. Remember how I said they never put tight ends in the formation?
That's
Maybe they
why.
got none. They're short 2 tight ends and a running back.
That should be holding, but I would not call it.
They're probably not going to with it being so late. As Danucci has to scramble. What looked like a hold on the offensive line. There is no flag, but Danucci scrambled for about 10 to 15 yards.
Yeah, DC's also up. Was that 15-17?
Yeah.
With 25 seconds to go. If I'm the ref, I'm not calling that.
Well, no, they're up 22.
Or, yeah, sorry. It's math. I can't do math.
Keep it in the single digits, please.
15 and 15.
Oh, it looked like an offsides. Either that or an amazing jump on the ball. As
that's a
Danucci has to
away.
throw it away. He got off quick. I will never say those words in succession again.
Don't say yeah. 20 seconds to go, and DC is going to the championship.
Like you said, incompletions don't stop the clock. But yet it stopped. I need some explanation on this clock stuff.
There's certain stuff that we still have to
Every time I look up, I'm thinking collusion's going on.
Bill Belichick running this league?
Right. Juwan Green gets his second touchdown of the day. You can say that finally makes up for it.
Get a second touchdown of the day. Do you want to send it?
No.
Change it.
No.
There's something about my voice, man. These computers have been picking it up.
About to send Terry a message that said, and he gets a second touchdown.
I never said send Grandpa a message.
Grandpa.
I've been calling him lately because of Link. It's hilarious.
No, I can't grab nothing. Drop that thing at the start of the game. Drop that at the end.
Got Juwan Green next to me.
Wow.
Looked like a little bit of miscommunication. DiNucci wanted Gordon to go to the back left corner pylon.
It doesn't even look like he looks like he's a all-time quarterback. You know, he's just nonchalant.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about defense or nothing. Just, I'll throw for both teams. And that is the game. 21-37. We needed the over to hit at 49, and it surprisingly did.
We needed
for
it
58.
for no reason.
Yeah.
We didn't bet on it.
I just thought it was going to hit, so I'd like to stick with my calls, but
I honestly,
abandoned it at halftime. For sure.
I did not think it was going to.
We had two good first quick drives and then a stall out until halftime, and then DC blew up after that.
Why they're walking off the field with 12 seconds?
It should be
Do they
DC's
not care?
offensive ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's one kneel away. But
Yeah.
I'm just, like, maybe they don't care. Half the team leave. Who cares?
Let them kick it off and let them go down, pick it up, and walk into the end zone. Even with that, you're still going to win.
Oh, they're trying for an onside.
Oh, okay. 12 seconds left. DC's already getting the Gatorade ready.
How as a coach do you not look for this?
I was just thinking that too. Like, there ain't no way. They're not trying to be sneaky, nothing. Like, I'd start getting sneaky. You gotta hide squirt guns somewhere with full of Gatorade. Over the middle.
Oh, and went one-handed, didn't catch it.
Right? I was gonna say
not
not
a
even
fumble.
close. As DC goes to the championship. Warriors are just destroying the Kings right now.
That's 7 seconds left in the game. Like you said, DC destroying really in the second half. It was pretty evenly matched, even though one team had struggled more.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it was 9-9 going into the first half.
Yep.
Or going into the
First half.
Going into
Start the game.
Start the game. It was 9-9.
You guys both got your handicaps?
9-9 going into the second half. The fact that they kept Te'amu and Abram Smith in as long as they did was absolutely shocking, to be honest.
DiNucci, 31 for 48.
And there he is to finish it out. Abram Smith taking home the ball. I just seen him give it to him.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. You know they're not going to come back and hit you.
All
Well,
right.
they might, but that's what you hope they don't do.
Game's not over. But with such a horrible game from Seattle, Ben DiNucci, 31 for 48, 295, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions.
He had an amazing game.
Amazing game. The only thing missing is the rushes. You got to add some of that into the rush end of things.
13 yards all game.
All game.
60 minutes of football.
Juwan Green ended with him as the number 1 wide receiver, also
Which
having
was shocking,
the
by
most
the way.
amount of drops. 8 receptions, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 16 targets, hauled in 50% of what was thrown to him.
Wow.
Going over to the winning side, the DC Defenders, who I would say is the player of the game, Jordan Teamu. 19 for 31, 258, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The 2 interceptions, as we talked about, came off of deflected balls.
The tips of the defense.
Yeah.
Well, the tips of the fingers of the defense.
I mean, good play by defense, but doesn't mean it was a terrible throw by Teamu. Granted, you can always argue he didn't see the guy underneath in the middle, but if you watch the game, he kept him alive so many times, as did this Seattle's penalties. But Abram Smith, 23 carries, 48 yards, 1 touchdown, only a 2.1 average. You're going to have games like these. Yeah, the trenches isn't the same trenches like you get in the NFL. You take what you can get. And Abram Smith's been taking that all year long.
Yep.
Receiving-wise, lead receiver, Brinley Moore McKinney, 4 for 80. 1 touchdown. That was from Lucky Jackson. 2 receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Sorry, 2 touchdowns. 1 to Lucky Jackson. The other to Ethan Wolf. His lone touchdown was in the end zone. 1 for 26.
Yeah, so there you have it. That was our stream. I just want to say thanks to everybody coming out, participating in the stream. It was super fun today. DC's going to the championship to play Arlington. We'll see if we're calling that one. If not, we're definitely going to be watching it. That's for sure. But anyways, thanks for coming out. Make sure you check out the Sports Beast channel. And also make sure you check out the Bowlers on a Budget channel. Sports gaming over there. I don't know if he's doing any other gaming, like just regular.
I mean, mainly just been focused on the 2K23 Draft Turnapalooza 3v3 Blacktop Tournament, computer versus computer. So just be looking out for that mouthful. Episode 4, matchup 3, will drop tomorrow at noon. So be on the look for it.
There you have it. Make sure you're checking it out, showing him some love.
All the love.
I appreciate everybody who's shown the Sports Beast channel some love so far. You guys are doing awesome. Don't be afraid to get in that comment section. Most of all, don't be afraid to like, share, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything but a second of your time, and it's much appreciated. We'll see you guys on the next LiveCast.
Peace.